off the bush. Not in the way
Back, I say.
Yes, exactly. Right.
All right, Mock.
All right,
You're on.
doing stuff.
I just got my monkey,
I hear my
sound
voice.
effect from Megatouch. I switched all my phone sounds to Megatouch sounds. So
so
now
cool. I can't wait
when
to
we
hear.
go live, it goes ole or yabadoo or whatever. Yeah.
All right, looks like we are live. Welcome everybody to another fun-filled episode of the coronavirus list. 0 and 0 out
So
of
far.
0 out of 6 so far.
Yeah.
This is episode 210-19 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I currently am opening everything up. All of the doors at my work, I'm opening everything up with a towel.
If anybody's looking to trade any home use only arcade games, I have a case of toilet paper. I'll trade them.
Did you know that picture, that meme you saw? It shows a bunch of toilet paper inside a claw machine.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. The guy, he put giant bottles of Purell and toilet paper in two different. Well, one machine just has toilet paper, the other one has both. And people are actually playing it and winning it and stuff. It's pretty funny. But you think it'd be pretty heavy with the Purell machine. Those claw machines can barely pick up a stuffed animal that's like a gram. It's always like this. I got it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
don't got it.
The arcade I used to work at just posted that exact same thing on Facebook. I think it was yesterday morning. And to see one of our toy taxis, claw machines, with a whole bunch of the stock 1-ply sandpaper 20 grit stuff that they stocked.
The shit I had in elementary school gave me a rash.
Yeah. We still have that at my office because I work for the government.
No.
Yeah, we have government toilet paper, but on the floor where they have all the meetings for the fancy people,
they get real toilet paper.
They get real toilet paper.
They get Charmin.
Executive toilet paper.
Yep.
Cha-cha-cha.
Yep.
You know why they give you the sandpaper stuff? Because they want to keep you working. You shouldn't be taking a shit at work.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if you do, you shouldn't
save
enjoy
it for
it.
Exactly.
Save it for the home.
Yeah. Lowest bidder, baby.
My house. Yes, we had a little get together in San Diego this weekend. It started Thursday for me and Keith and Andrew, and I think Gak as well. It was a super fun weekend.
Oh yeah, where's Leo?
Leo should be here.
Yeah.
It was just a blast. I think it was close to like the other San Diego get together we had, or maybe the one we went to Denver like that. It was just laughing so much, and I don't know, it was just a super good time. And the first house we went to, first Andrew flew in. I picked him up from the airport and took him back to my house, and what do we do? We ended up at Stone Brewery, Andrew and I.
Yeah, actually, I was at the beer palace tonight, and I had to pick up some of this because they had it on the shelf, and I was thinking
the beer palace.
That would be a nice throwback for the weekend.
Yeah, it was. We went to the park part of the restaurant. We just kicked it and drank beers and until Keith was ready to have us. And we were Ubering all over so we could drink as much as we wanted, which was great. And then we went over to Keith's and played pinball and hung out over there. And we came back to my house and slept till the next morning. And we got some breakfast at, where'd we go? Oh, we went to the diner near my house. Like Andrew says, Greasy Spoon.
Solid greasy
place. And then we headed out to Gabrielle's place, and we met up with Gak and Leo. And Gak, do you want to talk about what you guys did before we saw you?
Yeah, so Leo was flying into LA, and he had a hotel lined up for Thursday night. So I just said, well, shit, let me come in. I'll pick you up at the airport. We'll hit up a couple of breweries, and I'll share the hotel with you. So his flight came in a little earlier than I thought, so I wound up driving halfway down there Wednesday after work. So, but yeah, got to hit up a few breweries, hung out in LA, mostly just bullshitted, you know. It was fun. Just got to talk and hang out. Yep.
Nice that you didn't have to drive a big truck or anything this time, right? It was
No.
just a regular car.
Took the wife's Prius, and so I got my 50 miles of the gallon, you know. So it was good.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-hour drive. I've driven that. So,
I almost
yeah,
got in like 4 wrecks coming into LA because in just insane traffic.
Oh,
man.
it's awful.
It goes from like bumper to bumper 10 miles an hour to then everyone flooring it, and it's all going along fine. Then everybody's skidding their tires like coming to a stop. You know, like, Jesus Christ, God, people. Yeah. Yeah, it was right there, kind of near 405 and Sunset Boulevard, I think, is where it was like just insane. Like, and it was like I don't know, 10:30 in the morning, something like that. You'd think the traffic would be lighter that late, but nope. Yeah. So yeah, then we I think we got in a little early before you guys.
How many flights the night?
Yeah, how many flights? You forgot that part.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Well, we went to the founders. So the app I use is Untapped for my beer check-ins, and there's 2 guys who founded the app, and one of the founders, it's his local bar in LA. And so if you go into that bar and check in a beer at that bar, you get a special badge on this app, right? So I have like 1,000+ badges with it. so we went there, had a flight there, then we went to what did we do? We checked in the hotel, then went to Mumford Brewing, had 2 flights there, then went to Firestone Walker, I think is what it was.
Nice.
No, Carl Strauss. It was Carl Strauss. And had 2 more flights there. So I had 5 flights. Yeah.
All in a day's work.
Yeah. I mean,
someone's got to do it.
they're like, between 3 and 5 ounce per drink, and you get like 4 or 5 in a flight. So I had upwards of 90 to 100 ounces of beer that day. So yeah, nice. 7, 8 beers, probably 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So yeah. So then we showed up. Gabby said, pretty much anytime after noon. And so we kind of slowly worked our way over there. Friday, had some breakfast, and we wound up getting there like maybe, I don't know, 12:45, something like that. So we're holding off, like, no beer. Let's wait till everybody gets here.
As much as you can.
Did you guys have to take any Never Twos Thursday night?
I did not. No, not Thursday night. I didn't. Yeah. Thursday night. We picked up some on Friday.
No, not till Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
At Gabby's,
nice.
we did.
I picked up
restraint.
I picked up 3 4-packs on Friday before arriving at Gabby's.
I only had one the whole weekend too.
Really?
One bottle, so I don't know.
No regrets.
No, it was all right.
Yeah, so we got there, and her youngest, her son, I think she had to drop him off with grandma or something, so she was gone for maybe 20 minutes, and that's when we're like, okay, do we open beer? No, let's wait till Gabby gets back, and maybe Mock and Andrew, and then we'll show up by then, So I think the first beer we cracked open was maybe a half hour or so before you guys showed up. So.
Yeah, I would say I think you guys arrived there just as we were leaving San Diego. I want to say
I think we got that message that we just got here, and we're like, we're just leaving.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, we hung out in BS for a while.
It took us 2 hours to get there from here.
Yeah.
So
you guys got there about 3 or something.
Yeah.
2:30 or 3.
Something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like 12:45 is when we left.
Okay. Yeah, that's right when we got there, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's fun just kind of hanging out. And, I think it was, at one point we were kind of like, I think, well, Gabby's not on here with us to tell, but I think from her perspective, she was kind of like, oh, whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to do a tournament or just like hang out and just play random games, it was kind of up to us, and we're kind of like, whatever, we don't care, we're just there having a good time, so
yeah,
we just played a few random games. I think I played maybe 5 or 6 games total that night.
Me too. Yeah.
And that was fine, got to James, he did the you had a Tempest that was converted to Major Havoc. It was one of those boards that you build your own, like get the
Oh
blank
yeah,
circuit
it's
board.
unpopulated or
yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So he had one of those all set, but it had the roller controller on it. So that was really cool.
Nice.
And yeah, really cool collection. They're all much more dialed than my games. I'll say that. And I was like expecting him to say like, "Oh, my garage is full of a bunch of broken games," and I don't think so. I think he said maybe there was one game. All the rest were working. Like
Just
fully
about everything was
Wow.
working, I think, but chiller, and that broke that day or something.
Yeah.
So.
Oh shit!
just kind of a
Right
random
after
Oh.
Gabby put that CPO on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was fun. And we just
Oh,
kinda-
monkish. Yeah, you guys were drinking that one when we got there. The
Yeah.
monkish growler.
monkish brewing.
Monkish,
yes.
I mean, yeah, monkish.
So that's a
The
I
monkish.
think it's not that far.
Monkish.
Yeah,
Monkish.
mongoloidish. Yeah, so she went and grabbed a couple bottles, I think the day before, and so yeah, I think that's what we first hit up was those. Rifled through those and then on to more. So
yeah,
but
you
yeah,
guys
it
were a
was-
little buzzed when we got there, but not
yeah,
super yet.
yeah, probably.
Dave.
What's
Davey.
up?
And Gabe.
There she is.
There
yeah.
he is, Miss LA tournament.
Hi, you guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm recovered. It just took a few days.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, so I guess maybe I'm the one. I'll show off the shirt. So Gabby gave us a shirt. Everybody that showed up. So
Oh, yeah.
LA
I'm actually
LA
wearing it.
Hangout, I think is what it says.
Yes.
Whoa!
Or Hangout 2020.
Layers deep.
And then on the
Yeah.
Oh,
back,
2 layers.
Oh.
it was a poster.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And a
Nice.
magnet.
Yes.
Mhm.
And this magnet here is really
Oh,
cool.
damn. Oh, that's nice.
I know, man. Gabby went all out. I was like,
Yeah.
I did not have to do that.
And a mug.
Look at that.
Oh, you
And
got
a
it
mug. No
too.
way. That's
There we go.
awesome.
Yes. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I kind
Yeah,
of
sure.
missed a few people. I was having such a good time.
All
That's
good.
good. It's
Yes.
good when the host is going to actually enjoy the event.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
I
just be, like,
been
busy.
above
Yeah.
and beyond, Carrie. I was just all over the place, but it was a lot of fun.
Yay.
Yeah.
I know. I have mine too. Mine is a little larger. I guess the
You
guy
do.
that
Yeah.
the guy you can't even see it, but the guy I guess watched the show as he was making the
Oh, yeah, it's
glasses.
the beer I left behind. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
And
Yeah, that was really nice of you for the shirts and the.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah,
didn't
awesome.
expect any of that.
Totally
Not at
stuff.
all.
unexpected.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, and it made it home alive without breaking or anything. So
Right.
yeah,
oh, without me breaking anybody.
yeah.
So there was probably, if I had to guess, maybe around a dozen people there or something like that.
I think
About
so.
that.
Yeah, Nick and Bonnie showed up,
Yep.
Mhm.
and let's see. I
The
think I
youth,
was
Oh.
so Mock, Keith, 34K, myself, Leo, and then Nick and Bonnie, and then Gabby.
Necros.
Oh,
Necros.
Necros, yep.
And Kim.
Necros, me, James, and Sputnik Kim.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so probably the biggest effort to play games that night was, speaking of Necros, was
yeah.
he set up Killer Queen, right? So he brought a,
Yes.
Oh,
was it
fun.
his own PC or how did he set
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
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 He brought his own computer.
Okay. And it was taking him a while, and we were all, 3 sheets to the wind already by the time he was setting it up. So
Beyond.
Mock made some comment like, well, what are those files? Looks like you got some kind of crude porn there.
Yeah, I
you
said,
know?
"Come on, Necro, show us your porn."
And then I was like, yeah, it looks like it's, what did I say? Midget, clown,
Amputee midget, yes.
Yeah, porn, like super specific. And we're
Yeah.
like, Necros, you're sick, dude. How can you be watching this kind of stuff? Yeah. And he's
There was
just
a
like,
re-
you guys, he's just like trying to focus, get the games running,
you guys were hassling him.
Yes, totally.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah.
Every time we brought it up, we added another adjective
Yeah.
to it. So it's a
Oh, that's awesome.
albino, missing
Yeah.
limb,
Yeah.
paraplegic clown,
With Tourette syndrome.
little person porn. Yeah,
Coronavirus
we got
says,
longer and
Yeah.
longer and
Yeah.
longer.
Necro says, "Don't remind me."
Yeah.
It's okay, Fruber. We love you.
So Necro spent like 2 hours.
Hey,
trying to get it
Nash.
try to get it
Yeah,
working. too.
yeah, he did. That's what I do remember. he was trying to get it going, and something was going on with the controllers or
Couldn't get them all
whatnot. And
connected right.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had a feeling we'd have that problem, but we did get 4 working, so we played 4-player for a little while, and we just used bots later. And but it was still fun. I just wish we could have all played at once. That would have been really cool. But
I think
next
I played.
time,
I don't
maybe.
remember playing, but he said I did play.
I don't remember you playing.
Yeah, I don't either.
If you did, it wasn't for long.
Yeah. Bonnie played. I think James played.
James
Everybody
played for
else. Yeah, I think just about everybody, but Gabby played.
But me.
She was having fun. She was all over the place.
Yeah, well, she was getting the food ready and stuff. And thank you again for.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you're getting the food heated up.
So it was like
Glad you guys all ate.
Yeah, it was good. It was Persian food. Is that?
Yes, it was Persian food.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought it was
exactly-
Mediterranean. I don't know. It was good though.
I don't know. Yeah, probably similar.
Yeah, well, kind of similar, but I did order it from a Persian restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like chicken and
Kebabs, saffron basmati rice, and with shawarma. So I mean, it was good,
Shawarma.
a little different, but I'm glad you
I go
guys
to
all
I go to
enjoyed
start
it.
serving myself, and she like knocks me over on the ground. No, you can't serve yourself. I have to serve you like that, right? I'm like, all right, hands off. Okay, no problem.
I don't know.
That was funny. All joking around. Yep.
it was good though.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Delicious. Yeah.
yeah, hit the spot.
Yep. So just
It helps sop the beer up.
It did a little bit for at least 5
You gotta-
minutes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gotta make some sort of little mattress for the beer to keep going on top of.
That's
Yeah.
what happened when Gak and Leo had gotten in. Remember, I popped open that growler from Monkish.
yeah, the monkish. Yeah,
I think it hit everybody really hard, especially the second one, because it was the triple.
the triple. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Triple IPA.
Oh
And
no, it's
then-
not an IPA. It's a triple Belgian. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
Belgian
triple
style
Belgian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
So
that was
that's
that
what, 8%?
feminist one.
No, more probably 9 or 10, I would think.
Yeah.
Something like
Oh,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember just drinking a whole bunch.
And I think
of-
Vonnie was the one who,
different
she
beers.
starts busting out, wanting to make cocktails and stuff. So you guys are having
Yes,
like white Russians maybe or
vodka.
something?
I was trying to have white Russians, but she made a chocolate martini, which I had never. I know white Russians, but never had a chocolate martini. So
Oh, well, you hadn't lived yet then. It's good that you
Ugh.
you've met the chocolate martini. It's so tasty and so deadly.
yes, well,
Yeah.
I like white Russians. I like the creaminess and the
Ah.
vodka, but I guess you add more Kahlua, or I have no idea.
Well, there's a whole bunch of different recipes for chocolate martinis, and some of them do involve cream, but not. I mean, it just or cream like Bailey's or creamy liqueurs, and other ones don't have any kind of cream element whatsoever. But anyway, enough
I
about
think they're
cocktail
using
hanging.
half and half too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I tried a sip of Vonnie's and it was really good. So yeah. I was gonna have one later, but I forgot. I know every time someone opened up, I think Gak or Leo would open up a tall one,
Yeah.
a can. It would be pour everybody,
That's the
a
best
few
way to do it, in my
inches.
opinion.
Yeah, I love that
Small
because everybody
amounts,
gets
just keep
taste
it
it.
flowing, small amounts.
Safer
yeah.
way to do it for sure.
Yes.
That was really cool, and you get to taste different things, and
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Andrew brought mostly like kind of dessert style stuff, right? Yeah.
That was
Oh,
my
I tr-
theme.
I
Sweet
remember the
stuff.
coffee one over at Slicknick.
Yep. He had a few of those. Yeah, for sure.
I remember it had a strong coffee taste, but it was good. I drank a lot of vodka with Slicknick or Vanny. I think that's all I drank.
You didn't drink much for the first part of the night. You were just kind of like, this little shaky.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
so hungover.
Oh,
I-
at Slake Mix. Yeah.
And the next day,
No,
Yeah.
when we went to
you're jumping ahead.
Sochi-
Yeah, we're jumping ahead too much.
Sorry.
Spoilers.
So
yeah.
after the night, in the morning, we all got up around like 9:30 or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about that.
And
Oh, I got up at 8 because the fire alarm went off.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Leo.
right. The alarm went off in the house.
I didn't know what happened. I got
I
scared.
thought I
was
set it
about-
off because I got up at like 7:30 or so to take a shower. And it's
That
like as soon as I
wouldn't-
get out, soon as I got out, it's like boop, boop, fire code or something. I'm like, what? What
No,
do I
I
Your
thought
shower. You were taking a
match.
shit, weren't you?
do? Yeah, a
You set
big
the fire
giant-
alarm off
yeah.
with your shit, didn't you?
New meaning to on fire, right?
Jim, you missed it. Gak just
Yeah.
talked about taking a shit.
No.
Fire alarm go off.
Boing.
Gary was just taking a shit.
Sit boner.
Oh, I haven't laughed at that joke for a long time. The shit boner. Poop boner.
Necros or somebody brought it up. So did you get a poop boner? Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Nothing gives mock up owner like
Taking a shit in the
Taking
room.
a shit.
Oh man.
I cried
So-
laughing the first time that happened.
So yeah, in the morning we all woke up and we all took showers and then dusted ourselves off.
Oh
ready
wait,
for, ready for day 2.
Necros brought it up. I was going up to people and I said, okay, just remember,
Frogger.
try not to play Frogger when you go in the bathroom, right?
Oh yeah.
Don't do the Frogger challenge.
Frogger
Because
challenge.
Yeah.
Gabby's youngest boy, I'm assuming you're still kind of potty training him, right? So he's got a little tiny urinal that's on the wall that's like a frog with a and you
Someone
pee
must
on
have a
the
picture
tongue
of it
or
on their
something,
phone,
right?
right?
Yeah,
I said
You
yeah.
guys, yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the Slack.
I'll put it up.
But yeah, so then Andrew and I are saying like, all right, who's gonna overflow it? Like, somebody's gonna go in there in the morning, the floor's all wet.
And we're talking about like a blindfolded Frogger.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
I want to make it spin.
And it probably
there you
holds
go.
like maybe about 8 ounces or so.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh,
I almost took a shit in it.
Yeah.
That thing's not going to spin anymore.
Oh, jeez.
Just twitch shit.
Yeah. Like gulp.
Horrible drinking.
And then
shit, too.
James goes, "You can go ahead and piss in it. Just empty it out."
I know. Yeah, he was very accommodating. We're like, no.
I'm
gonna
potty
need-
trained. I can handle it.
I'm gonna need like 6 of those things really close together.
Pinch it, hold it, dump
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's good.
But yeah, so yeah, the next morning, yeah, we all got refreshened up, and thank God we had some Nevertune
Powdered your
that
noses.
night. Yeah, because we would have been pretty. I drank a lot that night, and I think everybody else did. We were all pretty smashed by the end of the night.
I
We
was
went to bed
over.
Yeah, you were really bad. I think at 2:00 we went to bed or so. I think
No, it was like 12:30.
Yeah,
12:30 was that it?
Wow,
I
that's
thought it
early.
was
Yeah.
late.
you,
It
but you
felt
guys started
late.
early. It looked like.
yeah, but when you start drinking it too, you know,
Yeah.
like myself.
I thought it was
And, like,
late.
Drinking it too, like not just like having a beer. It's like
Yeah.
you're fucking drinking it too.
Yeah.
Drink hard like all day.
Yeah.
I think I was the last one because
Oh,
I
you
was
for
up-
sure were, because like if we were
Uh-huh.
passing out and all of a sudden the music was jamming.
Yes, the thing was I don't even remember going to bed. I just remembered having the music on, and then I woke up in the morning to the fire.
And
I'm like,
I don't
okay.
even really remember I don't really remember the exact conversation, but Leo and I were just like riffing off each other, like joking around. We were sharing a bedroom, and then the other 3 guys are sharing a
I
wall. with our
remember
bedroom in
you
their
were
bedroom.
just like laughing. I could
yeah,
hear
we were
you.
like riffing off each other, and he just caught something, and I just started giggling. I could not contain myself. I was just
Laugh attack.
my face was just like all wet because I was crying,
I
laughing.
can hear
so
it through
hard.
the walls.
Through the
from
walls,
we were
other-
hearing it.
yeah.
Yes.
Funny.
Yeah.
Do it,
yeah.
Jim. Do it.
Yeah.
It was pretty much that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like 10 minutes.
That infectious
Or what seemed like
laugh.
10 minutes.
Oh, that's
The
awesome.
the next morning you had a ripped 6-pack.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Like someone been punching me all night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So then Gabby took us to this
So Slick
little.
Nick said in the chat, he's all, I showed up at 4 and some people were already pretty lit.
Yeah,
One in
I-
particular.
that was me. I barely remember them coming in. It was like a blur when everyone started coming. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. Because even when Slick Nick and Vanny showed up, I vaguely remember. But I mean, no, I just don't. Like I have bits and pieces of it. And
Yeah.
then Sputnik Kim showed up, and I was trying to keep it together, but and Necros too. I remember them kind of being there, but it was a good time. What can
Yeah.
I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick and
And then,
Bonnie and Necro showed up pretty much at the same time.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like they came together.
I know. I was thinking too. Yeah.
Literally, they pulled.
They all came
Necros
ran
parked,
the
and they
door.
parked in like right behind him.
Yeah.
Yep. So we had to have the hangover helper some breakfast the next day. We got up.
Yeah, that was a proper
That's
good, like a
important.
good Mexican greasy spoon breakfast. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I had huevos rancheros. And
Oh, that's my test for all breakfast places. If I see huevos rancheros on the menu, I'm like, okay, nope, it's going, it's happening.
They gave me
and I judge the shit out of it.
It was pretty
Jim
good.
knows this. He's at me.
They gave you 3 flour tortillas warmed in a little tinfoil roll. Yeah, too. So, and Gabby talked about these orange Julius drinks. Want to talk about that, Andrew?
That's what I was going to say. No. Yeah, they had the knockoff orange Julius there, which were fucking delicious. A little
It
bit
tastes
sweet,
exact-
but like it was like.
It's an orange Julius.
It was really
tastes, if you guys remember that from when you were a child.
Yep. The mall had them.
Yeah, the mall had them. Yeah.
Right.
You know, they had them and they were very iconic. I never went to one. I've never actually had an orange Julius. But
I just remember looking at the oranges and
real sweet orange juice.
Yeah, the
drink.
plastic oranges.
the fake
Yeah.
oranges in a glass or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they had the
those
strawberry
sweet drink.
Juliuses, and those were good. Too.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah. That was good. And Andrew got, what did you got? I forget what you got.
I did.
Santa
It was an
Fe
omelet. Yeah.
Omelet. Okay.
Yep.
And
Delicious.
Gabby got
really
two
good.
tequilas
Yep.
and a sausage.
Yes, the
3
hot link.
sausages. Yeah.
And I was really bad.
Biscuits and gravy.
I gave in to temptation. I had biscuits and gravy.
I ordered
yum.
that
really
too.
bad for me.
No,
I'm like, I need the grease. I need the
suck up the beer.
and the
Massive shit.
and the biscuits like absorb stuff. Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
biscuits were
they're
superb
sponges.
too. Those were like they were
Mhm.
nice and they broke apart just right. They weren't too
Yeah.
dense. They weren't too light. Those were fucking delicious.
Soak
just
up,
got-
soak up all the
wow.
booze so I could shit it out.
Nice.
well, that's what I ended up ordering. I ordered the chilaquiles, and then I ordered hot links with a side of biscuits and gravy. And then I ate James's avocado and didn't barely even ate my food.
You picked at it. You didn't even eat it.
I know. I did
Whole
have
plate
the-
of food.
No, I didn't. I
You
barely
ate like
ate
2
my
bites
food.
of it, I think.
I don't eat in the morning, especially after drinking like that. That's how I felt later on. Like, okay, just don't be sick. You're gonna be okay.
And we had a nice long drive ahead of us too.
So I mean, I told Nick this, I think, before we even met up down there. I'm like, all right, I'm anticipating this is how it's gonna go down. It's gonna be mainly just party Friday night. I just knew that was gonna happen, yeah.
Mhm.
But then
Yeah.
Nick, he's like, you know, and I love the way he wants to do it too. Like he's like really wants to play all the games and set up a tournament and all that. So that was gonna be like maybe a little we still drank a lot those Saturday nights.
Yeah.
It was like the anticipation was we're gonna drink less, but I'm like, maybe not.
So wait, on the way
Deal.
to Nick's house, we made a diversion and hit this bulgogi Korean barbecue place. And
Goji.
Which
Korean
we weren't there
barbecue?
to eat. It was
No.
they have a bar in the
Didn't-
back that has a whole bunch of pinball machines.
A shitload of a premium
Oh,
pinball.
premium, brand new.
Everything.
They had a
Probably like-
Wonka.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys take pictures? I have pictures.
Yeah,
of
Yeah.
my,
I
my
have-
video
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think loaded.
The new
I
Rick
tried
and
to
Morty
send it.
was there.
Mhm.
Stranger Things with the projection was there. Every
Yeah,
single-
the
all
picture's
the-
gonna be crap. I would have to. I can put them
all
up
the new
on,
games. The Pirates of the
Pirates of,
Caribbean.
yeah, that one's
Yeah.
fun. Aztec.
And they had both of
Deadpool.
the what's the shit?
The
dinosaur
monsters.
one.
Jurassic Park.
Congo.
Jurassic Park. The
The
old and the new
Munsters,
one.
that was there too.
Yeah.
The
Congo.
Beatles.
Yeah,
they
Carrie, you would
had
have liked
yeah,
that.
the
All the
Beatles.
cool-
Yeah.
The
all the
Pranos.
pins there
Keith
were
was saying
neat.
that Beatles was like
Deadpool.
an $18,000 pinball machine or something
Yeah,
insane.
because of the
They're like-
license.
Wow.
Like, my God.
You
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
I,
John,
Not
I don't
make
even
many
think it's
or what?
fun.
there's a
No,
new
it's
in
not
box one
good.
right now
No.
on Craigslist for like $9,000, which is still pricey, but it's still for
It's
being
not
a
limited.
rehash of an old game.
Yeah.
Weren't
I
they
don't-
all like limited edition though that they had in there? Like they were like the special edition ones.
I don't remember. I know some had the little plaques on them, like Pirates of the Caribbean did. That's a
I think
really
limited
fun
editions
thing.
usually have the
Mhm.
plaques. So.
Right.
Yes. Right. Yeah.
But you got to play the Rick and Morty game.
Yeah, I played that a bunch.
The full cussing
Oh.
and everything.
And then I
Yeah.
broke. I
You
broke
play-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the whole machine just froze. Brr.
Well, I kept
Screen
playing it.
froze. Everything froze. The playfield went dark.
I had played it, but didn't know what that anti-gravity button was on top. You know how there was the left and right?
Yeah, there's 2 buttons on the right flipper button. So one button is a magnet under the playfield that catches the ball so it doesn't drain. Kind of like Black Knight had. I think that was.
They were all super dialed.
Black Knight
All those
2000,
machines are
yeah.
pretty nice shape.
And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were. And there was 50 cents a gameplay, which was not
Some of
bad
them
at
were.
all.
Most of them
were.
were. The newer ones.
Oh,
were
except for
75.
Morty. Yeah.
Morty was
Wow.
75, but still
So we
wasn't
were-
$1.
We were
I
there
can't
for
believe that.
probably an hour, maybe hour and a half.
And a
something
half.
like that.
Yeah.
At least, yeah. Gabby sat on the table like this the
Yeah,
whole
she
time.
was
This is
like-
Gabby right here.
She was
Oh
like,
my
I feel
gosh.
good.
Oh no.
No,
Drink
I was
aids.
trying
Drink
not-
aids.
She had one.
No, that was the problem. I was
we fed her one.
arguing. I was
She needed a couple.
arguing with everyone, like, no, I don't need this. I'm gonna be fine. And I did take one, and I couldn't even imagine what I was gonna be like if I had not. I needed 2, and not to have
And more
eaten a
water.
breakfast.
You didn't drink any
Yeah,
water.
that's the only
out of
thing.
it.
Those
That-
drink aids, they don't prevent dehydration, so you still need to chug a lot
little
of
bit of
water.
water.
I always
didn't-
forget about that.
I didn't drink any water. I ended up getting a packet of Excedrin on the way over to Nick's and a bottle of Perrier sparkling water because I was just like done. So once I got there, I finally didn't feel like throwing up, which was great because then I was like, oh, okay. I was just
I think you just
freezing
kind of
cold.
chilled and sat on a chair in the other room, kind of quiet for like an hour or two. I want to say, just kind of.
Yeah. No, I was
chilling
playing
out.
Tapper. I was playing Tapper in his inside game.
Oh, you were okay.
While all you guys were outside, yes, I played Tapper and Asteroids because I had never seen that game before. And then I played a little bit of Skydiver and Frogs. Nick showed me
Yeah.
how
Oh,
to
yeah.
play
Those
those.
were in the
Yeah.
tournament too. So
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, the tournament we got to Nick and Vonnie's, and they were awesome hosts as well. And Nick told us the rules and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, we just started playing, and eventually Hector and Sylvia showed up, and they were playing
So,
too.
at
and-
first, though, before we started the tournament, he's like, "All right, guys, I want to show you something, special in the garage, right?" So we all walk out there, and he had his Knight Rider car,
Yeah.
Oh my
the
dark.
Knight Rider
gosh.
kit car.
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing was
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
pretty
and he
awesome.
starts the engine, Mike. I think
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounded like turbine motor or
it's so
something.
loud.
It was extremely loud. I had
Yeah.
never heard anything
Yeah.
quite like that.
That's
Whoa.
super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but the other thing as well is he texted everyone the arcade, like how you would import.
Yeah,
input
when we
your
were doing the
scores.
actual
For
tournament.
scores,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
It
can't.
was
even
honor
do it.
system scores.
Yeah.
I know. I asked him. I'm like, can I round up? He's like, no, you cannot.
No, no rounding.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
like, just a little bit. Let's make it even.
And mine
Thank
said mock, mom, mock. It's like,
Oops, because you
I'm
just
drunk.
felt-
I'm putting in mom.
Yeah.
I was like, who's mom?
Who's
Damn.
mom here? Who's
Mama's
here?
really good at stunt cycle. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was in a tournament.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
kind of had it broken into 2 things, right? Like kind of the Bronze Age, black and white stuff, and then the theme was kind of car racing games,
Driving games. Yeah.
driving games. So like he had Thief and Pole Position, and what else was there?
Monte
Carlo.
Yeah.
Monte Carlo, and then Monaco GP maybe,
Or
Yeah,
was it
something like
and
that?
then Stunt Cycle.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that was really
Outrun.
fun.
Pole position,
Yeah.
outrun, hang on. Was hang on in?
And that's which one's the one that had the shaker bars or the steering wheel?
Oh
shaker?
yeah, the Jim's game.
Super hang on.
Super
Yeah,
hang on.
Super
Yeah.
hang on.
Did that one have the shaker motor?
Yeah.
I can't
Oh, yeah.
remember. Okay.
Yes.
It's very
Yes,
loud.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I hadn't played, and I couldn't remember the last time I played, and I was like,
I
holy
liked
shit!
it. I was like-
whoa,
I can see why Jim likes that game though, because like I
Yeah.
haven't played it since forever, and I was like, I like the little turbo button on it and stuff. It was
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, pretty good.
It's very slick.
That
Mhm.
app
Doesn't
he
take up a big
sent-
footprint.
Mm-mm.
That app he sent shows I don't know if it's an app, but it's a website. Like you got the high
Yeah.
score for Thief, Gak.
Yeah, so he
And then-
he set it up in his arcade as his own one-off game tournament,
Maybe.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of the one Griffin did a couple years ago.
Yep,
But
our
this
old
one is
scoring thing. Yeah.
But this one is like it's pretty slick because he can, he texted us a link, and then you click that link and you can put your own score and your name in just on your phone. And it was, like you said, on the honor system, so and that's fine. But yeah, it was cool to be able to do that. You didn't have to like walk around and find somebody or anything like that. So
raise your hand.
Yeah. And then so the black and white games was what? So you had Frogs, Skydiver,
Thief.
no, the black and white ones.
Oh, hold on, let me see.
Didn't he call it the bronze? Or did he kind of mix them all together? I don't remember now.
Super hang on, let me see.
Skydiver, Frogs, Stunt Cycle. Those are the 3 Bronze Age.
Okay, so that's what it was then.
Yeah.
The Stunt Cycle was part of that then, not the driving games. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Didn't Keith smoke everybody in all those?
No, Fly got Monica. Well, wait, hold on.
On the black and white ones.
Yeah, Keith. Well, damn it. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, so they had a outdoor bar area set up with all the drinks. I had the cooler. I rolled in there, so I was good. Plenty of beer. So. But yeah, that was cool. Trying to think of then what else you guys where you want to add?
Then you jumped into the pool.
Yeah, I mean, Nick took me for the drive in the Porsche, which is
that's right.
Huge fucking highlight for.
He's got
that's right.
It's like a 56 convertible.
57, yeah. Porsche 356.
When did you guys do that? Was it on Saturday?
Kind of early on. It was before the sun went down. So
yeah. So
I thought maybe it was the next day.
It was before Necros arrived. Yeah, I don't know.
And before Hector and Sylvia arrived too. Yeah, I would guess probably around 4:30. You guys went for a ride.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tearing up one of the canyons that's like kind of behind his house. Definitely like some good steep curvy roads.
And you fit in there, okay, Andrew?
Yeah, more or less. I mean, I could drag my knuckles on the side if I wanted to.
And your neck is the car. Your neck's above the windshield, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, he was like, while we were driving, he's like
a giraffe.
You just getting the wind blasting in your face, and I was like, I kind of like sat up a little bit more. It's like, no, it gets worse, but it's I got back. My hair is just
all the bugs flatten your teeth.
Yeah.
Hit the back of your throat.
Protein.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a ton of fun. And then basically at the top then loops back onto the highway. And then we had on the highway for, a mile or two and then, jumping off the exit. But yeah, good 15-20 minute drive. That was fucking awesome.
Nice.
And
I know. I love the color on that.
Suits the car so well.
Yeah.
It's so classy.
So there is something else I did want to ask because I kind of remembered, but didn't really. But
Careful of your questions here. Warning.
I know. So no, Mock was playing Excelsior, right?
Oh yes.
He's talking about he's not here. Yeah.
We gotta wait for him to come back. Talk about that.
Because I
all
do
this
have
shit
a question.
talk. He has to take one.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that sounds like a good thing right now. Yeah,
there he comes. He's coming.
I need a boner. Oh wait, no, he's from the arcade room.
Ew.
No.
There's no shitter back there.
Yeah. But see, Gak, at least Gabriel answered my FaceTime.
So did I.
Efficient.
I answered the first one.
You were supposed to call me back. You were eating.
I did not
call me
say I was
back when
calling
you're
you
done
back.
eating.
You said
Mock,
call
did
me
all
back.
this poop talk give you a chubby? Did you have to go?
Yeah.
I had to rub them out.
So I think that was when he played that game. The term was still going on. I think Gabby was talking about the game you pulled up on the MAME cab, the Excelsior.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, earlier in chat, Nick brought it up.
Yeah, he's like, out of all the 5,000 games, Mock finds one.
Yeah.
So no, that's not what happened. So so Necros and I was playing around with Griffin's old MAME machine. And I was telling Necros about how I used to be part of the Hyperspin community, and I created some of the themes that are on it. The animated themes for a game. So I started scrolling down looking for some of my themes, and I was showing Necro some of them. And then I come across Excelsior. I'm like, I bet Nick doesn't even know this is on here.
Yeah.
So I hit,
There's
go.
literally thousands of games on that.
Oh yeah,
thing,
there's
right?
thousands
Yeah.
of games in there, and they haven't played all of them, So,
Mhm.
so I hit go, and Excelsior is like this game from Europe. If you guys haven't played it in Maine, go check it out. But it has, it's sort of like, I'll explain it. There's like a character, or there's two characters, because both Necros and I were both.
I said they reminded me of Forgotten Worlds. The characters
They look
are
like
kinda
Forgotten
floating around
Worlds
and
dudes,
shooting.
Yeah.
and they can
Yeah.
point back or left or right when you're moving the joystick around. And there's a big giant tree log in the middle of the screen, or a mountain of rock, and you chisel away at it. And there's like bad guys flying around, but they hardly ever hit you. It's barely an element of the game. There's even
Yeah.
a smart bomb that kills everything.
Yeah.
You chisel away pieces of it, and kind of like quicks, you get 87%. Oh, and as you chisel away, you can make out in a silhouette, kind of a dark through it. You can see like someone that's like might be naked in there or something. So you
Yeah.
chisel it away to 80%, then it reveals it, and it's
Oh,
usually
yeah,
like a
just like
naked
Hicks,
woman
yeah.
or something. But you can pick a male or a female when you
I
play.
did not know that.
So
I
we
walked
picked
up.
Although I gotta say, Bach, when you pick, I talked you into picking the male.
Pick the male one.
It
Yeah.
caters.
No
It
way.
caters to males that want to play the game.
Yeah, let's just say they're on all
This would be
fours
males
and
that like
up in the
males.
air and all that fun stuff.
This was
Oh,
shiny
no.
butt.
Not unlike the Mega Touch.
It was
No.
like the guy was bent over and you're looking at him from behind to the side.
Oh, it's
There
a
was no
shiny butt.
frontal. There was no frontal. It was all like,
But the
That's-
balls
here
were
I
hanging
am,
out.
take me, big boy, kind of thing. That's what pretty much what it was.
Oh my god.
Careful
Necros and
now.
I
Careful now.
Yeah.
play a few rounds
Andrew, you need
of
to check
that.
out those games if you haven't on Mega Touch.
Oh, I for
I'm,
sure have.
I'm
yeah.
going to.
Okay.
I mean, I had it
I'm
running on the
going-
old one. Just it wouldn't play well, but now I've been
Right.
So yeah,
It's right
yeah,
there.
Nick comes by and goes, "Of course you find this on my machine.
Yeah.
It's your machine, not mine."
Mhm.
You know what? Nick should shut up, because I go over to Andrew and I go over to the Mega Touch, and there's
Yeah.
like porn find me things on there too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask Nick about that. Maybe he can respond in the IRC. Does he? Do you Nick? Do you have that turned on the timer so that it only shows up later at night? Mega Touch.
I
Yeah,
used to have
'cause-
mine
'cause
set
the
that way. Now I
penthouse,
just have them enabled all the time.
The ones
So I'm
that
like,
you
I'm
and
the only
Gary
one-
you're talking
it's only-
about were there. Where you
Yeah,
find
no kids.
It was hard though. We're like trying to find like the
I
little,
know.
the details are so tiny, and plus it's
You
like
have to have a trained eye.
and the pictures are so kind of grainy and shit.
Big
So you're
pop
like
forward.
Crappy old JPEGs.
really old JPEGs. Of 300
Were you
by
doing the
600.
penthouse one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all penthouse ones.
That's got the best music in the whole game. And the entire machine, that game, the penthouse version of Photo Hunt has the best music.
I vaguely remember. I remember I came up behind you and I was like, "What is that?" It was full on nipples and like
Flappy
the
labias.
butt.
Wait, are you
No,
talking about
it-
the Nick's arcade cabinet or
Yeah,
the
the
Mega Touch?
Excel-
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, hold,
they-
hold it right there,
I got-
Gak.
I got footage of it.
Yeah,
That's
hold,
it.
hold still.
I'll
So
try to.
then, yeah,
See
it
how you can
shows
barely
the,
take out the
Silhouette of
girl?
body there.
Oh wow, that's a
no,
newer.
it
When
it
did that
shows
come out? Like in the
full-on
90s?
nipples.
I don't know. It
So
was a
that's a-
European game, so we never got it out here. Of
Hold
course.
still, Gak.
There you go.
Yeah,
Ah.
I'm trying to.
See little guys that look like Forgotten Worlds running around,
Yeah.
and you
It-
drill
it's-
away the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're staring
80s.
at those. We're
But
really
then like
staring at
the
those.
Did you
the
get
other
the guy
the-
one? Did you
Hopefully
get
that
the
was
guy
fast enough
one?
that YouTube won't nail us for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh,
The
the
bonus
bonus
stage
round?
though.
Nobody
Yeah.
report us.
Here's the bonus stage right here. If you
See the
you
pig,
can see the
and then who's behind the
The
pig?
dog
The
behind
dog
the
smoking
pig,
a
yeah.
big
Yeah.
tube, having sex with the pig.
it's yeah
And
violating.
you break away the
pig,
bricks,
basically.
and it's like no enemies come.
That's got to be like a mid 90s game.
So that's it,
Just by
yeah.
the looking at the graphics.
It's a 96. It's from Italy.
There
I
you
was
go.
looking it
They
up
don't have
because
I
sexual
want-
hang-ups.
I wanted to see like
Only in
how,
Italy.
how
So that
much
game
of
is
the guy
called-
Be
they
careful
showed.
there now.
That game's called Excelsior.
Yes.
And then
Nice.
I
I
also
should put that in
wanna-
the tournament one of these times.
So and then Nick,
can get Stevie
while,
dedicated.
while I'm presented here, I'll go ahead and show this too. But Nick made us these posters.
Oh,
They're
Bonnie
pretty
made the
kick-ass.
art. It looks great.
Yeah, she
yeah,
did.
Yeah, she did the art there. So
Guess who's doing
Yeah.
the art for Grinkfest if we have it?
Right? Yeah, I think she's nominated herself.
That's what you get for doing good.
Yeah,
Yep.
you did good.
We are very impressed with your portfolio. You are hired.
Mhm.
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
official
congratulations. You got the
designer.
job you didn't apply for.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. So then later after the like pretty much like we'll say the regular tournament stuff happened, then we did
We had
he set up the Pong tournament, which was
yes.
which is on one of those modern Pong, the mechanical one where it's like magnets underneath it and servo
Yeah,
motors and
you're
stuff.
playing with like marshmallows.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of like floating.
Mhm.
and
with
the,
magnets underneath.
but the
Yeah.
the reaction time is not like a video game, right? It's
No,
kind of
it's
delayed a little bit, and it's wavy and stuff, so it's really trippy. You know you can kind of get a feel for it, but it's still unpredictable. You know, I feel like it's maybe 70% skill and 30% luck, right? You know, so
Yeah, I mean,
No,
if you're-
it's
you're
all
moving
you,
both,
Gab.
yeah.
You won.
So well, my first round I was paired up with Hector, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm done, because he's really good at games. And I think I was down like maybe he had 7 or 8 and I had like 4 or 5 or something, and I just made a comeback, and then we were like head to head, and it's first to get 11 points, so we were at 10-10, like tied up. And it was like, I swear, the longest round was that 10-10.
It goes back and forth
Yeah.
for a while.
And
yeah.
Nick was even like, man, this is the longest I've seen like a ball last on this game, like on our very last one, right?
Yeah,
So
I
I
was-
squeaked out the win on that one. But yeah, then a lot of back and forth. Then the last, what was it? The finals was Andrew and myself,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
And I just fumbled too. Like I was like up
Yeah.
by like 4 or 5,
yeah,
and I just like fucking lost the whole
the
rest.
alcohol was really kicking in.
Yeah. I literally like I hit like 6 points and like just didn't score another point the rest of the round. Like Gat came back from like a few points behind me. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
sad.
so Nick made awards for the tournaments also. So
Mhm.
so I got second place on the main one, I guess is that what it was called, main tournament.
Mhm.
And then
I got
then,
third place.
I got crown champion of the Pong. I'll take it.
And then he
So-
took, and then most importantly, he took Nick down at Pong.
Oh, that's right.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh,
bonus-
yeah.
the bonus round.
Wow.
So
It's
Nick's like,
took him
being
down
the
in his own
home
game.
owner. Yeah. We were kind of back and forth for a while, and then the last 4 or 5 rounds, I just took him out.
Who was number one? Was it Hector? Hector
what?
got number one. Number one.
Oh, in the tournament?
the
Yeah.
tournament? Okay.
The main,
think
yeah.
so.
The main, yeah. Yeah.
Yep, that
And
was really
Keith
fun.
won the black and white, right?
I don't know if there was a black and white. Was there?
I can't remember. It might have been
Yeah,
all
black,
just
black,
kinda-
black and white was the stunt cycle. Fuck, we just said 'em.
Frogs.
Frog,
Yeah.
and
Skydiver?
Skydiver, yeah, Skydiver.
skydiver. Yes.
Whatever. Yeah.
So I think Keith won those, right?
Probably. I would
Mhm.
think.
Yeah.
Probably if we had.
Yeah.
a thing,
Yeah, he did.
Nick just
Oh,
confirmed.
Nick said it. He sure
Yep.
did. Okay.
He sure did.
Yeah.
That sounds right. He's good at those games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that Skydiver game was fun, and Frogs too. I had never played either one of those. And when we were playing over at Nick's, he got the crate out so I could stand on it and look into the Frogs game.
Oh.
Otherwise, you can't really see it. Well, from my standpoint, but you got to look into the cabinet.
He looked
like a-
straight into it.
Yeah, it's like a diorama. Yeah.
But those two games were fun. I had never played them. Skydiver is amazing. I want one if I ever.
Doing
can.
everybody else.
Yeah.
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 Didn't someone just buy one on
Yep,
Club
for
for-
$7,500.
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
get that game, or you can get a nice pin. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, there's probably like less than 10 in existence, so-
Mhm.
and all it takes is
Okay.
11 people wanting 10 machines, right?
That's never leave my collection. Yeah.
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 But it was a lot of fun.
For sure, yeah.
To have and then I was trying to show. I remember showing Andrew and Slicknick the Galaga game, the Galaga 88, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I can do this. I will show you guys. And I couldn't. It was just all
Instant explosion.
fun. Yes.
Yeah.
But no, it's fun. That's the best
We
part of
die.
having the tournaments is, having you guys. Well, my machines save high scores, so if I turn it on and you're on there, well, we'll see how long you're on there till. But
We
it's a lot of fun. And Slicknick got the high score on pole position in my house, which is cool.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It
he's
was
good
like
at
he
that
played
game.
one game and got the high score, right?
I know.
Oh.
No, it was fun. That's the whole point of it. Have
Right.
you guys come and play. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
Even
then
if
and then as the night
That's awesome.
progressed, I didn't even realize he had like a full-on DJ booth set up in his family room there.
Yes.
No, that was
Like
fun.
if
Yeah.
you guys have seen his YouTube videos, like he's kind of sitting at a kind of a bar top, and you can see the games behind him.
Mhm.
Well, probably like where the camera is sitting is kind of like his DJ booth, I'll say.
Yeah.
So he had the mixing
Wow.
tables, and he's like doing all this
Yeah, I
stuff.
saw the photos. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
awesome.
he's a professional dude. He has the turntables
Yes.
set up and knows. No, I tried to go back there and do it. And I'm like, I can't do this. Or even like doing the
Yeah, he was blending
thing.
180 song to another.
Yeah,
You
really
spin
good.
me right round.
Yeah. So and then all right, so Andrew, don't share that other than how you did earlier, please. You shared a video of me with.
I'm sending it to Slicknick right now.
All right, that's all right. You can share it with him, but that
I
one
don't
can't get out there in the world. I don't want that embarrassing.
I got a proper video of mock
Gak's working.
Gak dancing.
But like what I said
No.
earlier in our group chat,
that was
I
dancing.
Like, yeah. So no, it's more later. That was kind of early. Yeah.
I was drunk dancing.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. I
Tracy.
remember me and Vanny and Sylvia dancing a
So
little
they're all
bit.
so he's all out there in the DJ booth, kind of doing all this thing with the headphones going and all
with
that.
the one.
The girls are out there just having fun,
Uh-huh.
music, lights, and all that. And then we're like kind of either in the garage playing games or in the game room playing games. And then it's like, oh, I need another drink. And then you start walking in, you're like, oh shit, you gotta go through the. I called it the lioness den, right? Like, you get mauled by the ladies dancing, like they're like, woohoo!
Come dance with
like
us!
attacking you.
Yeah, Sylvia was there too dancing.
Yeah.
And it's like, we just want to get to the beer and get back. It was like an adventure. It was like a mission. I just want to get a beer and come back.
Boys over here, girls over there.
Yeah.
I remembered the three of us dancing, and I was like, "Oh, it's Mock's birthday next week. Let me go get him."
Oh, no.
And I remembered you had a drink in your hand.
Yeah, I danced with the drink in my hand going.
Mark, I think you, me, and Hector were
Priorities.
out there at one point. Like there was 6 of us.
Priorities, yep.
Yeah. That was fun though. Yeah.
Oh yes, it was a lot of fun. I didn't see any videos. If you guys have videos, send it to me. I don't remember.
All right, go ahead, Andrew. Just please don't share it on any
You don't want to remember
social
guys.
Social
networks.
media.
Oh, I don't mind. I know.
No, me. It's me. I don't want to
you
be on
don't
there.
mind.
Yeah,
Do whatever
don't-
you want on your own, but yeah.
You don't have to play it. We'll just talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no. We didn't.
Jack's gonna put it on his arts and crafts
right.
channel.
Yeah.
Arts
Speaking
and
of which,
crafts with Gak.
Scabby and I did a little. I'll be making a video of that. I gave
Yes!
her so I had a beer that was like Dig Dug themed, and I'm like, I didn't have an actual Dig Dug marquee, but I had a light box for a Dig Dug marquee that I just put just some old marquee I had. It was a kangaroo marquee that fit in there.
Kangaroo. Here
So
I
we did
got
kind
it.
of a beer pairing with that, and yeah, so that was fun.
I know. Thank you, Gak.
Yeah, for sure.
I think everybody danced at some point.
Yeah. Saturday night. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's all blown out. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
not. Well, you'll be able to see it on the video
Yep.
with you. Gak.
First, I'm finishing the one for the light box I did for Slicknick.
Yes.
And then I'll get
Oh
to
yeah,
that.
the
we
light box.
didn't talk about that yet.
You didn't talk about that at all.
Mm-mm.
The amazing.
Reveal.
So
Surprise
I said it
reveal.
wrong when I was talking about it. It's like we started talking about it 2 years ago, Bonnie and I. So Nick's wife and I.
Sorry,
I
I'm
said
just
like,
watching this video again.
oh shit. I was like,
Sorry to interrupt. Oh my God.
It's like the Caddyshack gerbil or not gerbil, The dude that pops
Gopher.
up out of the
Gopher,
gopher.
yeah.
Yeah, I was doing the Caddyshack gopher.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Gabby and I, so when I made that the light box for Grinkers at Grinkfest 5, a couple months later, she messaged me on Facebook, Vonnie, Slick Nick's wife, and she's like, I'd really like to make like a gift for him for his birthday, like a surprise gift. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let me know what you want to do, and I'd be happy to help you out with that. So it kind of never happened. We just talked about it like 4 or 5 times over the course of a year and a half or so. And then once they kind of decided that they were gonna, throw together, have a party, I was like, all right, Vonnie, let's make this happen now. Let's decide it by January, because I want like a couple months to get it together. So yeah, she got the art to me, got that made, and then I created all the custom one-off light box for him. So yeah, it was awesome. So yep. So I'll
Turned
figure
out
out a way to
beautiful.
pair a beer with that and make a video. But
Yeah.
yeah. So it was fun.
Sweet.
So yep, exactly.
Yeah.
What are you doing now, Andrew? Sending more videos?
I'm sending, sorry, I just posted this shit to YouTube.
All the ones you
Yeah,
haven't seen.
thanks.
Gak, in our chat there, I've already put it in the RC, but in our internal chat
Oh,
there,
you got the link already.
yeah, the link's
Just
already
kidding.
there. It's the last one I posted. It's in our chat as well. That's Gabby and Gak dancing.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Oh shit. Oh, I get an advertisement.
And music.
Oh,
copyright.
completely. Yeah, that's like spot on. I'm like, oh,
I
my
had-
back.
I had to do it.
All right.
We're not allowed posting links from the not safe for work section.
Every time I click on an external link, it kicks me out of the chat. I don't know.
or
why it does
using
that.
because you're using the browser IRC.
Yeah. Is there an
Ah,
app
that's why.
IRC?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's
That's
called
what I've
IRC.
been doing wrong all along, I guess.
Don't
No,
you-
there's
I
Click
thought
the
you
link
had
and it goes to a
download it.
website.
Yeah, no, that could be. Yeah, I don't know, like if the website one, but I mean, most of us use like an IRC app of some kind.
Client, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I use
I have
HexChat.
no
I
knowledge
used
of
to use
that.
MIRC.
yeah, good old
There's a
Merc.
bunch out there. Yep. Although I think I quit using it because I can't remember if it asked or required you to subscribe or pay or something. So I switched to Hex, but whatever.
I just do the easy way. I just say open new windows in separate tab.
There you go, Gak. Here's another one.
Oh God. Oh, it's a beer. Thank God.
what? I mean, oh yeah. That's
We
another
did-
that's Moonraker. Yep. Oh, my man.
Yep. Really good. I didn't get a chance to show. No, I can't show the clip. It just says Gabriella and James's Arcade LA Hangout 2020, but mine has like right in the middle. It says the hot one.
A hot one, huh? All right.
Cute.
And her mug is literally twice as big as.
Yeah, probably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is. Like this is
Necessity.
this
Yeah.
is the other Nat one
Oh, geez.
I
Oh
have-
wow. Yeah.
compared to the huge
That's a
one.
pint glass versus
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you can put a whole beer
Versus a
in
big
there.
gulp. A thirsty 2-ouncer.
Mhm.
Big gulp.
All right. See you later. Big gulps, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, big gulp.
Yeah.
So yeah, then and then by the end of the night, it was like everybody was leaving,
yeah.
and Hector and Sylvia left, and Gabby and James were leaving, and then Gabby said goodbye 47 times to each of
Yeah.
us.
I did. I know.
Who said that? Somebody kept saying like,
Nick.
"Oh, that was
it
Nick."
was fucking Nick, and he
He's
kept
like, "Hey, did you say goodbye to Andrew?" She's like, "No," and she goes over and say goodbye to him
God.
again like
Oh,
5
yeah.
times.
Oh,
And then-
he's so bad.
and then
Yes.
2 more steps towards the door. Hey, did you say goodbye to Andrew?
Yeah.
Oh, I know, I did it.
Oh, wait, 1 second.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Out in the parking lot. Hey, did you say goodbye to Andrew? Oh no, I didn't.
We need to see. We need to hear the other part of the story. There, we need to get Slick Nick to call in.
No,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
bummer.
I tried to reach out to Nick, but he said he's in a crappy hotel Wi-Fi zone.
crap-
So
that's
Does a crappy
Oh, he
hotel
can
not have a
always-
phone?
I'm sure he's
that
in a-
never stopped Griffin.
You can always just call
All right.
in. You
Yep.
can call in,
He can
Nick.
literally call in, so he has no
Yeah.
excuse.
he
Unless,
Lord knows
unless
what
they have
happens.
very poor reception for cell phones.
Like I did when I answered your call, and you're like, "You're all pixelated."
Well,
That's-
in all fairness, you were in the bathroom with my phone call.
No, when I went out and showed you everyone, I couldn't
What?
hear you. So
Oh, yeah, we forgot to talk about that.
TMI.
I didn't even
I know.
see about that. I've been
no, I couldn't hear anything.
It's Gak's fault. It's Gak's fault. He was supposed to call me back after dinner.
hmm
We had dinner after that.
Oh yeah, and dinner at Nick and Vonnie's too. So they
Yeah.
did like they had two kinds of pasta. They had a beef dish. They had a chicken dish.
Oh, so much food. My
so
God.
much
yes.
food. Salad was delicious.
Yes, they had an amazing salad. They had the green pesto pasta. It was
Mhm.
it wasn't that tri-tip or beef or something
Yeah, I
like
think it was trying
Yep.
to.
Amazing. It was from
And-
Stonefire Grill that had the best carrot
Some
cake.
sort of thinly
Yeah.
sliced chicken breasts or something marinated. It was
Mhm.
good.
Everything
salad.
was delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, I was saying I wish I was more hungry. I was still full from breakfast. Yeah.
Mm.
I was
And then
like,
they had a yummy carrot cake. for
not all
dessert.
the 20 gallons of beer I drank. I was
Might
still
not have
Yeah,
been
full
no,
from
no, no. It
breakfast.
was
Yeah.
the
sure it was still
the biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and
'Cause they
gravy,
stick with
yes.
you. They stick to your
Exactly.
wrist.
Yeah. Vonnie makes her own ice cream, so she had these little
Oh,
ice
wow.
cream,
Mango
mango
cream.
ice cream. Oh,
Yes.
it's really good. Yeah.
Wow.
Delicious. Oh, she
So-
also made those samosas when we got there, which were absolutely really good.
Oh yeah.
She was amazing. And Nick too. I love
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're good
time.
people.
I know.
Yep.
Yes, they are. I know. I was gonna say I love her so much. I'll feed her some strawberries.
Ow. I think you were feeding everybody strawberries the night before. Weren't
I
you?
don't remember.
Yeah.
Was
Like,
I?
no, you're eating some strawberries.
Chooses not to
no.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bite, like down the throat.
Now you get to deep throat strawberries.
Yeah.
I'm glad you all survived. Nobody choked
Yeah.
it out.
Warning, choking hazard.
Yeah.
So apparently, three of us missed a good party last weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Yeah,
all
it was
right.
definitely
No,
fun,
it
for
was
sure.
really good.
Yeah, for sure.
It didn't suck.
I
Is what-
imagine Grinkers is just amazing, especially since it's all of you and more
I
of you.
warned you multiple times, like, okay, how this was, it's even more of that, like 3 nights in a row, usually at Grinkers. You
But,
know?
I know,
but a
but-
bunch
You
of
have to
friends
pace
from
yourself.
Clov though
Yeah.
too, and Steve
Yes.
who likes to party too with us. And
Yeah.
I know. You guys
Yeah.
were telling me
me.
that Saturday morning
Yep,
when I
and
was
you and
Yep,
Clint.
and Clint.
Clint
I
gets
was all
shit faced.
hungover.
Just kidding.
Then me and Clint, will be
Clint's a big
great.
drinker.
I know.
If only
all
he was
those ice
here to
creams.
defend himself.
I'm still
Yeah.
waiting
So
for
he's
Nick
one up
to.
on everyone.
I'm still
the
waiting
sober
for Nick
people.
to discover that upper decker I left him.
God.
Going away present.
Yeah, I had to leave him something to remember us by.
A little,
Forever.
a
Just
little
my
salve
way of
de
saying thank you.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
thank you from me to you.
Underneath the passenger seat of the
Twice.
Knight
Yeah.
Rider car.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And a cooler.
Yeah.
So Necro says cough, Mox cake, cough.
I don't know. What
Is there a
that-
story
Yeah,
there?
I don't know.
I don't know. what
Okay,
he's
we're not talking about that. All right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I
They
legitimately
practiced
don't know
that
what he's
one.
talking
You
about.
are from California, so well, let's assume.
You'd have to post a clue if you're.
No.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't
Thanks, Nightflyer
remember.
or Necros.
Yeah, it was fun too. They had like a fire pit outside, so we're all sitting
Oh,
around there for a
yeah.
while, just chatting.
Oh,
telling
until it
stories.
started
That was-
sprinkling. That was amazing out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
perfect.
No, even when it was sprinkling, I was so hot off the fire. I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
They get
You're-
rain out there.
Yeah, Gabby wanted to like step into the pool, and we're like, whoa, 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 careful, careful. You know, like
Yeah,
this
we're
is
like,
gonna
No.
end bad.
let's film
Oh,
this.
I
Is your
was
cell phone
trying-
out
This
of the
might be a
pocket?
viral video. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
YouTube
trying to
worthy.
go in the whole pool, but I was like, no, I'll just stick my feet in
It's
it.
yeah, kind of a really shallow, kind of like almost like a beach entry, I guess you call that.
Yeah, it is.
Style
So I was like,
pool.
I'll just stick my feet in it. No, I've been swimming in really cold water, like in Washington. So
The polar plunge.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Gabby. Hold on,
Where-
Gabby. Gabby,
where
don't go into the
there's
pool.
snow
Turns on cell phone
everywhere.
camera.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
now
now
you
go.
go. Yeah.
Now good.
And for the love of God, hold it this way, not this way.
Yeah, I like the fire pit. That was cool.
The fire pit was super nice. It was just warm
Yeah.
enough outside.
Mhm.
Just a little bit of fire was great.
Oh, Slick Nick mentioned I was in bed by that point. I went up, showered, and was in bed. But you guys put on like a comedy show downstairs.
Yeah, Joe-
Well, we got our
Coy.
jammies on, and we watched
Oh,
comedy.
It was Joe Coy was a comedian.
And Andrew fell asleep.
I promptly
Because
passed out.
Andrew's like, okay, I'm done drinking, and then he comes back a minute later, cracking open a beer.
With a beer.
Yeah, I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not.
Keith left and
Gotta
fell
have one
asleep
more
on
of
the
these.
couch in the other room. Then it was just the three of us watching. And then Bonnie, it's like 2:30 or something. Plus, there's a time change too. Bonnie's like,
Right.
I think
Oh
we should
yeah.
go to bed. And I go, yeah, let's go to bed. So we all crashed, but yeah.
I think I made it actually up into bed about 5:30.
Oh
I woke
my
up.
gosh.
I woke up on the couch like kind of twisted in a pretzel.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Where am I?
Where am I? Like, oh yeah.
I tried waking Andrew up. Andrew, wake up. Andrew, you should go to bed. Andrew, fuck it.
Definitely no moving
he
if I'm like
spooned.
that. Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck
You-
it. Then he
you-
spoon.
You look, yeah. Scoot over.
Pick up your shirt.
Oh, I need a cuddle.
It's mock time. Yeah.
We're finally alone. No, so yeah, I fell asleep on the other couch, and I think we got up at the same time, like about 9:30.
Yeah.
And we had coffee, and Bonnie had donuts and bagels and cream
Yeah.
cheese and lox and all that good stuff, and
They
delicious
got
everything.
starved.
Yeah.
Yeah, we starved all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boy, some hosts.
great
Yeah.
hosts.
Oh,
Such a good time. Yeah,
Yeah, for
so-
sure. It was definitely a blast.
awesome.
So
More stories than we can remember right now to tell, for sure.
You're too sober.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
state
right.
specific memory is what they call
Yes.
that. You have to get back into the same state, and then it's like it's
Yeah.
all going to come back to you.
Like, oh, that's right. Oh shit, that
Yeah.
happened.
Remember that time? Well,
I don't
we're-
remember kissing Necros.
It was a lot of fun. But having all you guys over and then even going over to Slicknick and Bonnie's, it was amazing.
Yeah.
At first when we were kind of talking about everything, I felt really like pressured, like I didn't know the rules or what was gonna happen or any of that. But once I had you guys all here, I was like, oh, this is just fun.
That's
This is-
right.
Yeah, everybody just hanging
Yeah.
out.
We didn't really, we didn't have to play a tournament or anything. We just wanted to hang out, and
Yeah.
you can do that anytime. We'll just hang out and
Well,
have fun. And
We
drink
play
and-
tournaments online with each other. You know, it's like
Yeah.
we've done it.
Yes. Oh, it was
But-
a lot of fun. But Vanny was saying we should do this more often.
Yeah, like once a year.
Yes, because
Yeah.
it's right in between Grinkers and like I don't know what
Kinda
else.
halfway around. Well, it's kind of
CAX.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sometimes we all go to CAX and we do the same sort of thing at CAX, but
For the
a
West
little different
Coasters.
there. It's
yeah.
a different feel there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's not a good gathering place because you have to be in a
No.
hotel
You have to
room.
gather.
That's
You have
the-
to crowd in
Yeah.
either the lobby with the bar or in someone's hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which then you get complaints that I
Oh.
can't sleep.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
be quiet.
Can't
and
stay
all
up too
that
late.
shit.
And,
Yeah.
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 Can't laugh
CAX
too
is not a
loud.
great party.
It's a different
spot.
animal. Yep.
And we should definitely do it
it's a lot
between
of
my
work for me.
house. and whoever wants to host. Hopefully it's Slick Nick and Benny. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Especially here having it at home because you don't have to worry about anything, you know. You
Nope.
can stay up
Yeah.
late, drink as much as
You
you
know,
want.
trashing
It
a
is.
hotel room and all, right?
But at the same
Oh,
time,
come
like
on. You guys didn't trash anything. I mean, what, my Frogger? The worst scenario was going to be stuff all over the walls, which is nothing.
she has kids.
Yeah,
but-
that's why I got the Frogger for my son because he's just like, what?
Oh no.
Like, oh no.
I remember looking at that thing. I was like washing my hands, and I saw it in the reflection of the mirror. I think I turned around. I was looking at it, and I was like, I really wanted to reach in there and spin the thing. I was like, I'm not touching it.
Oh no.
I was just I'm super curious, like how much force it takes to spin it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, does it spin really freely, or does it take
Yes. He can aim and shoot it and spin it. It's like his own game.
You hit it so hard, Andrew.
It's like
I'm
spitting
afraid
back up
we
at
would
you?
hit it so. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'd hit it so hard.
Like
it'd
a
be in our
paddle board?
face.
Yeah, it's like
No.
it's like
well,
going in
the
at the
thing-
top and then coming out the back.
If you hit
Steam
it,
engine.
Perfect stream all over your legs.
if you aim at it from the bottom, it splashes up. So you have to go
Oh,
from the top
yeah.
down. So you guys would have figured that out if you
I
would.
mean, like I said, I wasn't
You're
about
like,
to touch
"Wow."
it, but I wanted to
Nope.
find out how much force it took to spin.
I think I'm gonna order one for myself on Amazon right now.
Ooh, do they have grown-up sizes?
Patty's gonna be
I
like,
was
"What
just
the
gonna
fuck, Mock?"
Yeah.
I was
You're
just gonna
installing that in
suggest-
your
I'm gonna put it in
office?
the arcade room as another game.
Just behind the
Put
Put it in
bar.
the corner,
next to
behind
the
the bar.
darts.
Yeah,
or the men's bathroom at Grinkers. too.
right
Yeah,
below
that's what I
bar
was thinking.
level. Yeah.
I think it'd be hilarious to like paint up one of his urinals like that Frogger. I
Uh-huh.
mean, just the eyes and everything.
Oh
Little spinner in the
yeah.
bottom. I don't think he'd
Staring at
appreciate
you
the
like
joke.
it's gonna swallow everything.
All right. I've been empty for a while. Time for refill. I'll be back.
Go for it. So, Andrew, you tried the shirt on. How did it fit? Mock,
It
did
fits,
you
it
try
fits great.
yours
I'm
on?
wearing it right now. It fits awesome.
No, I haven't.
Spandex.
I literally put it on minutes before the show.
So you didn't wash it.
I haven't,
Nope.
I
You know,
haven't
yet.
worn it or
if-
watched it yet.
If you feel where
Probably
the
this
label
weekend.
is, it's gonna be a little harder. Not your nipples, no. But
Something
it-
hard
the-
in here.
yeah, around where
Hey,
the
now.
logo is because they had to treat their shirt before they
You said it was 60 degrees.
put it on.
58 now.
Ding ding.
That's the threshold.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once you wash it, it'll get softer.
Yeah. No, I figured. I just wanted to throw it on just to.
Yeah,
part of the
thank
thing,
you.
but yes.
But and did you guys get your magnets? Because I
Yep.
have extra magnets for some reason. I know I had mentioned to Slicknick if he had gotten his, but maybe Vonnie got it.
I'm pretty sure. I had to leave a bunch of stuff at Mock's place because it wouldn't fit in my bag to bring back. Like Gak, who's not here, but finally we hooked up the whack off marquee holder thing, so that wouldn't fit in my bag, unfortunately. So Steve is going to send me
No.
that and some other things. Thank you very, very much, Steve.
Yep,
Some-
yep,
so-
No, I didn't get to play the whack off game, which I saw there at Slicknick's and
The
wacko.
wacko, yeah. I played a couple
Wacko.
crappy games. I told Nick I would put up a better score, but I actually didn't even put my name in. I just did all blanks because they were.
I
not
was just really excited to see the games that he had that I don't have, especially Skydiver, because the control panel on that is really fun.
totally unique.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. And I think I had asked him, like, if you don't land on the launch pad, do you still get some sort of random points? And it was like, no, you don't.
Guy.
That counts as a death, I think.
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Die.
you lose a life. Yeah.
I was like landing on the opposite colored thing, thinking I'm getting all these points. I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking it, and I'm like, wait a minute, my score
This
sucks.
game is
Oh.
easy.
And I
Yeah.
I didn't get to play Thief, which I really wanted to play. I saw it behind
Car
Jack, so
54.
I was like, oh wow. So I wish I would have got some more gameplay in because at least I did try a few that he had. And even like the Excelsior, I wanted to play that one too. But
Excelsior.
I would have picked the guys, but then at the same time it kind of turns me off because I'm like, they look gay and They're
Not that
not.
there's anything wrong with that.
Nope. We're not judging.
Nice.
Yeah, if you're into that, of course it's great. If
I
it's not really
don't
your thing,
like
you're kind of like,
men that look like women.
Eh.
Like trying to be.
That's not the kind of butthole I'm going to look at.
No.
The thing I gotta say too was like he had I think he has one of those like candy cabs that sit down with like a giant screen on it, right? In his arcade.
Yeah.
So
He had Zookeeper on it. It was fucking massive.
right. And so what I was gonna say is like normally I'm like, that's too big. It's just kind of obnoxious. But I'm like, I had an itch to play some Zookeeper, And I'm like, man, this is like it's like an old man like version, right? Like I can see it all easy,
Yeah. Sit right there and relax. That's
Yeah,
one of Nick's favorite games. Yeah.
Zookeeper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like the graphic art on the side of the arcade
Yeah.
for
the
that.
cabinet,
I
yeah.
really do, yes. But
Yeah.
I was trying to do a cabinet with a Zookeeper art on the side and then turn the front into elevator action, because once Carrie showed that roll that she had for elevator action, I was like, oh, that's really cool for the control panel.
Yeah.
When you did the unveiling for it,
Yes, that's right. After I redid that ungrateful game.
but it's a really fun game. I had never played it before, and we had the board for it, but I never played it. And once I played it, I was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah, no, it's a super game. I was just looking to see if anybody put it on a multi. Because I'm like, what is it? Is it on the multi Taito? No such thing.
Actually, they High Score Saves did a kit for if you have to have an original elevator action, and then I think it puts like 5 or 6 games on it.
The board, or right?
Yeah, it's like a daughter card you put on.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
but see, I need a good,
You just want
reliable
like
working
you
elevator
want like
action
a
fucking board.
FPGA JAMA setup. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I want, because I'm
Yeah.
tired of the elevator action bullshit that both my
Yeah.
boards are giving me.
All the harnesses going on there and everything, right? Yeah.
Arcade SD.
Do they have it? Yeah.
Arcade SD has Zookeeper on it. Yeah.
Or
Elevator action.
elevator action's the one. Choose one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think EA's on that one too. I think EA's on Arcade SD.
Yeah, I have the FPGA, the ZooQ, but
Right.
sadly,
No elevator
action on that one. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, my board went toes up this weekend
No.
again. Yeah. it's
Did you
flaky.
touch it?
No, I didn't even touch it. That's it. I did nothing. I just turned on the game.
She looked at it.
I looked at it exactly. I was like,
She thought
"Hey,
about it.
I think I think for change, I'm gonna play some. Hey, let's play this game." And yeah, no. First, it was all pink. It was just like pink and blue, and then when I tried it the next day, because I'm like, I just can't deal with it, so I turned it off. And then when I looked at it the next day, the colors were right, and I'm like, yes, that's awesome. It healed itself. I love it when the arcade games do
You're
that.
right.
And
Heal
then,
themselves.
and then, so I'm like, okay, I'll start a game, and it all looks good. And then the hook is, like the little hook comes down onto the elevator. And he's like down to it, but the little guy and all of the villains and our hero are all in like yellow boxes. So
Some sort of like RAM or
yeah.
ROM
The
issue.
sprites
Probably a
are all
RAM
messed
issue.
up.
Yeah, and it's funny how it went from like being pink, and it had been like the pink thing before, but now it's now they're all in.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a method to like bulletproofing those boards or something like that. Like so many of these games where it's like, oh, if you do this and this, then you should be good, or make this mod or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's a big board too, and
Oh yeah, it's a
shit ton
ridiculous
of
board set. Yeah,
chips
it's like
and-
3 1/4 boards, as Gak was saying.
Jeez.
Like all the harnesses, like the 3 boards, and then the little stupid board that hangs off the back, which is the stupidest goddamn setup. Because when you're sliding it in and out, you have to be careful that you don't like wipe it out. Because Taito also had the brilliant idea of putting
That's what
that
he said.
dumbass block on the back that has like that's like got the long
yes.
metal bar that goes down.
Hold on.
And
Hold
so
all the
that
things in.
so the long metal bar is right where you also have to slide the little daughter board thing. So you have to be careful that the caps don't hang up on that. You don't like, whack off a ceramic, sort of little ceramic critter with when you're sliding it in and out. But I love the game. It's a great game.
Right.
So
Yeah.
how many games are down now at your place?
None, honestly, none other than my projects.
Okay.
I can't really complain. I had a spare board.
Is your
but I'm
iRobot going, Carrie?
Oh no, thank you very much. No, that one, I take it back. That one, I forgot. That one's just been
Never.
You have the
exactly. It's
same
been dead
issue
for
on
so
yours,
It's in
long.
Gabby,
limbo.
right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been in limbo for so long that I'm just like, I don't even think of it as ever working. It's just a paperweight.
You know what? It's just going back and forth. I know James has been just trying to fix it. He thought it was the power supply. Then so the last thing that he was looking into is maybe there's too much going through the power supply or going to it that's making something glitch out.
Like the voltage too high or something.
Yeah, it's not the board. It's not the board. It's something else. So he's gone back and forth, and even then he's just like, this game, it's just kind of there for looks. And
the power
board.
supply is just shit on that game. It's
Well, maybe you guys can see this. No, not gonna happen. Can you show do you have your glass, Gak?
It's in the dishwasher. I used it last night. Yeah, if you put like a dark beer in it, you'll be able to see it probably.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Hold on.
But actually, I have to say, I'm actually in pretty good shape, Mark, to answer your question. So yes,
Okay,
iRobot
good.
perpetually down, but and
As you said, like everything you touch is like turning to shit.
yeah, no, and it's actually it I
No.
go through that phase where that was happening, and I've
Feels
just
like it.
ignored the issue with my Lord of the Rings. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, it's fine, it's playable, and nobody would know that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that there's the two lights on top of the slingshots don't light up. I'm just like, not with that. But yeah, no, that was the case for a while, and then I just
Mhm.
But yeah, rip off. Hopefully, I'll get the power supply back soon, and then I'll have a working game. And I need to figure out my old baseball game, and then I have my Ms.
You'll be able
Pac-Man
to get
project.
your bracket for rip off the next time you're out here.
Yes, I will. That's
That'll
right.
be nice and powder coated tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I actually, that's a big story that I'll tell another day about my powder coating experience. Because I ended up, very long story short, I ended up just taking my parts sandblasted away from the powder coating shop that I had dropped them off at because they're so fucking slow. And I found an awesome dude that runs his own powder coating right out of his home. Basically, he's got a shed and he does small one-offs for like next to nothing. And I just dropped him off today. He's turned them around in 24 hours for really cheap. So, but
Awesome.
yeah, that's a story for another day. That fiasco, that
Yeah,
saga.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your month to get
and
something.
the Galaga 88 board is on its way back. That should be here Thursday, and that's he discovered where the nature of the white noise comes from on that board, and it comes out of the EQ section where you can adjust the bass, the treble. There's a IC that controls that, and he swapped that out, and it's a little bit. He says it's a little bit better, but it's impossible to eliminate it completely because that's just how the board is structured. All those boards have a higher noise floor than a lot of others. So that's good to know. Yeah.
I do have
That's
a question about that Galaga 88 board. Jimbo.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
first
you
I'll
can
pour
talk
this
while
beer.
you're pouring. Yeah.
Yeah, let me finish doing that. See how it fits the whole thing? The whole thing. And by the way, Gak,
There's a
this
joke in there too. Yeah.
delicious.
Fits the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Macaroni
Oh,
necklace.
it's not
That's
very dark
also.
though. That's
No.
It's not
No.
That's a lot
Hey,
ahead.
you like stuff a black shirt in there or something.
Yes.
No, I just tried to put something dark in. Yeah, I can see
It-
yours, Andrew. Turn it
Well,
around. The other.
Yeah,
well, I
you
can see the top.
you can kind of sort of see it,
Yeah.
but it's also got beer legs all over it.
No, you can.
Yeah.
I can totally see the top and how it says Nat in the middle. Mine doesn't
I
see.
do this without pouring beer on my fucking computer.
Don't try it.
Then you'll pull a carry and kill. Yeah,
Yeah.
kill your laptop too. Well, not kill it, just disable it a little bit.
Non-working for a while. No, well, that's the thing. So you know what, Jimbo, I've been trying to get that. Well, not really trying. I usually play Galaga 88, but I played it on Turbo Graphics. So I eventually got the board a few years ago. So I've been playing a little bit, and that was my New Year's resolution, was to actually get some gameplay in. And then I saw the video where you got the board. And I was just wondering, since you're a world record holder, are you going to beat my high score? Like,
Oh, I don't have a world. Oh, on Galk 88.
no,
I haven't even.
no, you usually do.
Yes, he's a world record level player when he focuses. And
okay,
wants
well,
it. Yes.
well, so that's my
I would
thing.
agree
was
on
like,
that.
When he uses his
that's
X,
what
When he wants to get a world record on a game, he gets a world record.
that's his
on a
X-Men
game.
power.
One game. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm
He's
usually
X-Man
around when
power,
he
and then
does.
boom.
Yeah.
No.
The
Well,
problem
come on.
is
So
that
we got,
Galk
we got
88 is.
Cheyenne, we got Eyes,
Uh-huh.
and
I
But
know
I haven't
that.
actually recorded.
Toki.
the world
Arkanoid
record.
Revenge of Doe.
You Toki, yeah, right.
Toki's coming around the corner there.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
One,
so I was
one or
like,
two more levels.
I would.
there we
I
go.
would like
That's
to
gonna
log
steal the
Cheyenne though.
Galaga.
I would like to do that
Yeah.
when Clint's around, because I think I feel pretty darn confident I could do that.
Yeah, I think so.
You should do it, but no, it's
'Cause
okay.
that's,
You,
yeah.
you kind of put a fire under my ass to start playing more.
I haven't even been playing. Like, obviously, I don't have the board, and I haven't had time.
Well,
like,
yes.
but I love the music in that game. I think it's so.
Yes.
That's why I'm the whole audio thing. I was like, I want to get this as perfect as
So
possible.
I missed a little bit of it. You said that it was like an equalizer chip or something like that.
Yeah, so all those Namco System 1 boards have a whole series of pots and 3 for equalizing for EQ, so you can adjust the bass, the treble, and the balance, because it depends on if you have two stereo setup or just a
Right.
single.
Okay.
And there's an IC, there's a chip that controls that, and so that board they have 2 giant power amps. They have 2 regular amps for each for the sound. So the sound chips, 2 amps, and then power amps that drive everything. And then there's 1 chip for the equalizer section. And the guy that that's been really good about working on this stuff and charges like nothing, like a good resource. I don't want to say his name, but he like dug into it. I sent the board right after I did that video. I sent that video to him and sent the board back, and he's like, "Oh, now I know what to go after, so I'll dig into this." And he just emailed me back yesterday saying that he dug into it and he narrowed it down to that 1 chip, and he replaced it. I don't know if he swapped it with a different one.
Read the chat real quick.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Oh,
Sorry,
no, it's
I
not.
couldn't
It's not
resist.
him.
I couldn't resist.
No, this guy is located in Minnesota.
Okay.
So nice. But so he replaced that. I don't know if it was an identical chip or a drop-in replacement or what. And he said that the sound he thought was a little bit better, but due to how these boards are just designed, they naturally have a higher noise floor. So they do exhibit a little more hiss, a little bit more white noise than other games. So that's good to know. That you can't really eliminate it completely. So
You were having issues with the soundboard. Mine just got set to stereo, so it's really loud, all the music. But I like the music just like you said on it. But I didn't work on it. James is the one that usually fixes the boards, even though with the Galaga 88 he makes me do the work on it. But
well, the thing is, there's nothing wrong with the board, so it wasn't actually repaired.
The stereo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, he switched it to stereo. You can hear the difference in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone heard when you guys were here, but it sounds like really loud.
Yeah,
well,
but
louder than it would be.
Yeah, I think Jim's talking about like a noise on the sound, though.
There's a hiss, underlying hiss.
Like
and
it doesn't matter if it's mono or
that's
stereo,
normal.
it's still there. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Doesn't matter if you turn the volume pod all the way down or all the way up. It's under. There's an underlying hiss. Now, if you the more you turn it up, the louder that hiss will get gradually. But you also have louder noises and louder music, so it's like the same proportions. So
Yeah.
Oh, and
So
did
Dave
he
from
said he
Buffalo,
couldn't fix anything?
Charles Klein wanted to know how you're doing. You've been sitting there nice and
helped it.
quiet the whole night, and he wants to know how you're doing.
Who, me?
No, Charles Klein wanted to know how Dave from Buffalo is doing. He said that in the
Fantastic.
chat earlier.
I'm just absorbing it all.
Yes, there we go. So much to take in, right?
Yeah, I
That's
think
what
we
his
were
monkey
talking about
said.
your monkey. Yeah, we had.
Oh, I think we did bring up the monkey
Yeah.
story.
You know what-
because
you
we were
know
at
what, Dave?
that,
You should have mailed the monkey over to me. We would have been taking pictures with it. I would have been eating at
Having scat
strawberries.
fights.
Somebody would have fucked it. Here's your monkey back.
Yeah.
he comes back with a horrible look on his face.
His hair fell out.
It's all nappy, stuck together.
All the teeth are gone.
My son was going to touch it. I go, no, I gotta Clorox wipe that whole monkey. Carter, don't touch that.
No, we brought it up. We brought it up because at the Korean barbecue place they had a Congo.
That's right. Yeah.
It'd be perfect on top of
The
Congo.
topper. Yeah.
They had toppers on all their machines there.
They had all the toppers. Yeah,
Yeah.
they went all out on all
Yeah,
their pins.
that
It's
was-
crazy.
It was not-
Yeah.
Even the ones in the front of the restaurant before when you
Right.
opened it, I didn't play any of those, but I did see them. They were all
Yeah.
in really good condition.
One of them was freaking awesome though. I want to say it was like there was the Beatles, and then next to that was the Deadpool, and then the one
Yep.
next
Yeah.
to that. What was the one to the left of Deadpool?
I think it was it Monster Bash? I got pictures.
No, Monster
one-
Bash is all the way to
The
the left.
just
I was
that topper
playing-
was awesome. The way they had like the lights interacted with different stuff. I don't
Monster
remember.
Bash was right next to Stranger Things. It was Monster Bash, Stranger Things, Deadpool, Beatles.
Beatles
I
was in
don't-
the corner.
No,
Beatles is on the right, and then Deadpool is to the left of that.
Oh, so it was Beatles, Deadpool, Stranger Things,
Yeah.
Maybe
and,
Stranger Things.
Monster
and
Bash.
Munsters.
Oh, maybe it was Monsters
no.
is the one I'm thinking. Monsters.
I was playing that one because when you hit it in certain places, the whole thing shakes on you. And I thought that was really cool, but I was stuck on
But
that.
just the
for a little
graphics
bit.
and the way the lights were kind of like, it seemed like they were
Yeah.
going back and forth between the different
Yeah.
things.
That was a
Definitely
really
the
good game.
Monsters one. Yeah, that one was
I
cool.
hadn't really had a chance to play a few pins, but ever since we went to that, Monsters was really fun. And so was Pirates of the Caribbean, but
Yeah, Pirates.
I
is cool.
don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
don't.
played
Oh,
that
the ship,
version.
the ship that
The
rocks
ship
back and
with-
forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
with,
cool.
with the flippers
And-
on the ship.
and
And
it
that's the
also-
Jersey Jack one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it also
That was
takes your
cool.
picture because
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew had his picture on 2 or 3 of the
I
machines.
have,
Yeah.
I have my picture on Willy Wonka and Pirates. Yeah.
That's right. Because you got the high score of the day too on both of them, I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just really fun. I really like those, but I don't know. I think Pirates of the Caribbean.
Were they crystal clear or blurry?
They were blurry as
Insanely.
fuck.
Yeah, low
Yeah.
resolution.
You have to be like, it has to be like perfect conditions to get a nice sharp
Yeah.
like picture from my experience.
Yeah,
And
both
that,
of them. I don't know if it was the low light levels in that room or what it
Oh,
was.
yeah.
But yeah.
And yeah, we talked about the Stranger Things because it had like that projector thing that was on the movie screen, like a drive-in
Right.
theater.
Yeah.
It was super cool, but like I've heard, I think you guys or someone else talking about how like if it's in a brighter room, it looks awful, like it's not enough.
Barely see
But it was
now.
dark where it was
Like
at.
that,
So we're,
that room was super dark, so it should have been the
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
conditions for it, and it still
It
looked
was like
cool.
red light
Yeah.
almost in there.
I mean, it looked nice. You
It
could
looked
see what was
pretty good,
going
I thought.
on, but like, yeah,
Not-
it wasn't as sharp
the
as you want.
technology will get better, but yeah, it's
Yeah. I mean, it's coming out of a projector with a lens, like a
Yeah.
Well, see, that
5
was
millimeter
my
lens.
That
Yeah.
was the thing, is that since I thought that Stranger Things was really hyped up, especially the
Oh.
show, I thought that pin would have more to it. Yes, it's really cool that the projector drops down and then you got to shoot it in the hole for the growler.
Oh,
Not the growler.
shoot it in the hole.
Yeah.
The Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
very
But
gorgeous.
I thought there would be more like on even Rick and Morty and Pirates of the Caribbean, there's still a lot more Willy Wonka too. There's more going on the sites, but maybe they didn't put that much into it. They just kind of sold it as a Stranger Things pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the
Probably.
rules well enough to really speak to that, but it did seem like the main shot was basically like opening up the middle.
Yeah, you got to hit the
the
4 in
mouth.
the front,
Yeah.
drop it, because I played it twice. So you have to hit the 4 in the front. It drops down, and
The
then
drop
you
targets
kinda-
in front of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you just like kind of go in, and that's basically the gist of it. But Pirates, Willy Wonka,
Oh, and we
and
lost.
the Munsters.
Because we tried to play that in Nashville. But,
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, sorry, Nashville. Sorry.
got too late for him.
Hi,
brother.
Clint. We love
No,
you.
no,
we love you, Clint.
Yes.
They had a ball stuck, so we couldn't.
I
play it.
can't see you.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt about that, but yeah.
Oh, no worries. It was a lot of fun though. I do like the Rick and Morty because of the anti-gravity ball thing.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't figure it out at first. I accidentally
There's like an
played it.
extra flipper button, right? That'll.
Yeah, on the
stuff.
top right side, but I had accidentally flipped it and I saw it kind of like move. And I said, oh, okay, maybe I shook it like Mock does when he
Yeah.
plays like
No, I kept forgetting to push it because I'm not used to pins having it. So, you know, it's something that if you own the pin, you can always
Yeah.
smack that button
Right.
with a magnet to grab that ball. But
No, but even watching you play, because that was my thing, is the ball just goes straight down the middle and or to the left a little bit down the side, and you kind of just like
well, you try to bounce it out from going down.
I
the
don't
left
know
side,
how you
so-
do it, but I saw you play and I was like, oh, that is so cool.
I know Steve and Keith play pinball in a different way than most people do. They're like
Do we?
They're
Are we,
professionals.
are we
doing
mutants?
magical stuff like that. And,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're professionals. They know what
Keith's
they're
big
doing.
move. Papa.
Yeah, he's
Oh yeah, he does that. Yeah,
popping
that's his.
stuff
That's his
and
thing.
doing
And then he kicks.
and then
He kicks it, and it doesn't do what he wants.
we were back at your place, Steve, and you were like moving your whole. What was it? We were playing Monster Bash, and you were like the whole machine was like moving.
And then I'm full shaking it.
You're like, "Cool." I'm like, good. Don't fucking drain.
As long as it doesn't.
He's got like
tilt.
a foot
Tilt.
clearance,
Yeah.
1 foot clearance on each side of the machine because he
Does it
plays
give you a
so
warning?
aggressive.
You can if you watch pinball tournaments, they shake the shit out of those too. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're allowed to shake it in a certain way and try not to tilt it because if you don't, you're gonna lose the ball anyway.
will,
So you
yeah.
might as well fucking try.
So there's the
Uh-huh.
ultimate setup
Yep.
is it's like bolted to the ground, so you can't do that, right?
Well, but there's still
That
gonna be
would
some
change
flex, some flex in the legs, though.
yeah,
right?
a little bit probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you're allowed to shake it. That's the
Yeah.
rules and
Yeah,
Don't they
as long as you
have
don't
No,
normally,
for sure. But
normally
like,
there's
it's
there's
just
one
laughing 'cause you're,
warning
like moving the whole
on the
thing.
game before it tilts.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll
Right.
Depending on how
danger
bad you
something
hit
once.
it, yeah.
yeah.
I gotta say I'm kind of glad their bar wasn't open yet. Like the bartender kind of walked in there briefly, but they weren't really like serving
They're
drinks.
pouring
I'm like,
beers from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I don't.
That's
need
the
to drink beer
evening
yet."
thing.
Yeah.
Did you see those long tubes they had that they fill
Yes,
with beer
the
with a
yardstick
spout?
things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love those.
The
My-
yards.
No, I don't love those.
Nope.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So while we were there, I did see them, and I also saw the Allagash sign on the wall, and I was like, maybe that's what's gonna get me going. So I thought of
Yeah.
like asking something. Who said that?
The
No.
city banned them. We're not. They had to get removed out of all the bars in San Marcos.
What?
So
What got banned?
the long yardstick.
Oh, really?
Beer things. Yeah, because the players at the sports bar down the street. Yeah, sports.
Yeah.
Yay, sports.
Yeah.
They used to have them there, and then we went like later. I don't know, 6 months later or something. And my friend and I went to order one, and the waitress is like, "Oh yeah, the city made us remove them because it
Really?
encourages too much drinking.
Right.
They want
Yeah.
people
No point
getting
of
hammered and driving
sale.
around." I know, and I go, "Well, do you have pictures?" Or, "Oh no." I mean, we can still have pictures, but they just got rid of all of it, and now you just buy individual drinks. That sucks. I remember it was cool because it was like having this long thing, and you just have a little tap, and every time you want some beer, you go boop boop boop. boop.
Oh, see the when they rolled those out first in the 90s, because I remember going to bars in the 90s and they had
Really?
you
I never-
could buy beer by the yard.
By the yard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was their whole thing. It's like
Yeah.
they would sell yards or half yards, but like, yeah, 3 foot of beer. It's like this giant fucking 3 foot bong.
Yeah.
And it didn't have a tap on it. Like you had to tip that
Yes.
shit back.
No,
Yeah.
Super
oh
skinny.
no,
It was
no,
like
this has the
100%.
super skinny, yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw the taps on those ones, but yeah, no.
That's
The original
like-
ones were all glass. They were gorgeous. They actually had little wooden
Like a-
holders for them.
Like the
Yeah.
boot.
Yeah,
I
kind of like
think-
a
Right,
boot, but
yeah.
a little,
No,
but a much
boot.
taller boot. I got
Yes.
boots.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no,
DOS
like you
boot.
would have to like
There you go.
tilt
Seymour.
that shit back.
Yeah.
I
don't
remember
know how many
Long
ounces
Beach,
those things
California,
have.
having one. The beer got warm. Like I was
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Like it was like this sucks. Like
It's just a novelty
give me-
thing.
It does
No,
get warm in the
what was
last
going-
few inches of
what
it.
was
Yeah.
going on
It's like
is
the
that
40s we were talking about, Mock.
We got like
Yeah,
6 other
yeah.
people's backwash.
You gotta
in
drink
Stuff
it
you're drinking.
fast.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
I want to
I-
eat at that place though. That place looks yummy.
Yeah,
I
it
know
is.
it smelled so good.
I
Walking
know. I
through
was
there.
getting hungry.
Oh,
I was a little
there.
nervous
yeah.
though. Like if eating that, it's like you got to make sure you cook it all the way because they're bringing out like raw meat.
You have to cook your
Yeah,
own
you
food.
gotta
And you're
cook
cooking
your
it on your
own
barbecue
food.
setup.
So if you get sick, it's your fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Right?
coronavirus, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my
that shit like one of the
gosh.
Chinese
You
restaurants.
mean
getting
the
shut
co-
down?
No,
common-
but
the
this
common
is
cold?
Korean, but not Chinese.
I know it's a joke.
But
But,
it was
like,
it was
people-
ACE, AYCE, which is all you can eat, I guess, is what
Oh,
Rover said.
Oh my
I didn't
gosh,
realize that's what that
what?
was.
I thought it
You
was
should
AYCE.
just-
I
have
didn't know
eaten,
that.
should have eaten there. I would have been better.
It was like ACE. What was it? Gojo or
Ace
Doge?
Go-Go or Goju?
Necros knows. You can check the IRC.
Yeah.
Ace Goji.
Goji?
Goji.
That might be right.
Goji
yeah.
sounds right.
I could
Oh.
smell the bagogi.
Yeah.
I
No,
love
it-
bagogi.
It smelled absolutely delicious.
There was
I-
people waiting to get in there, like out front. and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
We-
It was-
we
And we're
first got
just
there, though, there's,
walking
like-
in.
Like I said, like you said, when you first get there, there's like a
It's
front
like a
little
waiting room.
area.
Yeah.
But there's like
Yeah.
3 or 4 pins there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
okay, so this is it. Like we're
Right.
gonna
That's
deal with all these
what
people
I-
walking in and out, and it's like
We
kinda cold in
detoured
there.
for this?
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. And James was
Yeah.
like, "No, it's in the
It's in
back." He
back,
had
yeah.
looked it up, so the back is it's like
And
a
it's like a
little
secret
bar.
too. It's like, wait
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
fuck in the back too.
You go
It's
past
way
the
back.
bathrooms.
That's
and
where
then-
the
Past the
Big
kitchen.
show.
Yeah.
past a whole another dining room. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
fuck, man, it's a hike.
Yeah, Ace
is, it's way back.
Goji.
Yeah,
Goji
The
Goji.
guy.
employees were
Gogi.
eating in there.
Goji, Gogi.
Ace Gogi.
Goji.
Anyway, Keith's eaten there a few times and he loves it. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, if we
Yeah,
hadn't
it-
literally just pounded on like fucking greasy spoon.
I know.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a half hour before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to Nick's pretty soon. I think it was around 2:30 or so we were there, I think.
And I don't
Sounds
Yeah,
about right. It's about a half hour
probably-
away from Nick's.
Mm-hmm.
We were there from like 1 to 2:30, somewhere around
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
We were aiming to get 2 Nick's like right around 3,
Yeah.
which I think we
Yeah.
nailed it pretty much.
Yep.
Well, we got stuck in a bit of traffic on the way up.
Yeah, it sucked. We
Yeah.
all did.
That's LA though. At least it
Mhm.
no, at least it wasn't that bad because on Friday, I think Nick and Vanny took some time to get there. Well, I mean, without
They got
traffic
stuck in
an hour.
traffic at near first.
Yeah, without traffic it's an hour. In traffic it's like 2 to 3 hours, which
Oof.
Ouch.
that's
Awful.
hard.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they made it out.
Yeah.
I really am.
So,
Yeah.
And I'm glad Nick got my high score on my pole position. Well worth it.
yep.
But that's what I was gonna say. You know the DOS boot. I guess the challenge was when you ordered it was you needed to drink the whole thing at once.
I think it's just 2 pints. It's like 32 ounces, which is still.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
But,
a pretty
yeah.
good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thirsty
lot of-
too.
Completely doable.
Yeah, but very doable. Yeah.
32.
Really? Let me
It-
watch you do it, Gak. I'll buy one next time. I'll buy a few of them. Just to
Well,
see.
I don't know about a few, but one, no problem.
Well, no, one for each guest.
I went to this place with my cousin like maybe 10 years ago, and it was like they served him in the liter mug, which is a liter is more like it's more, right? It's more than 2 pints. Is that 2 pints? I don't know. It sure seemed like way
I-
more than 2
I thought
pints.
a liter was like 30 some.
Could be.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
maybe
close.
that's it.
Yeah.
But we
But
had one.
imagine like a 2-liter bottle of Coke, right? And half
Yeah.
of that.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's 1 liter is a little over 2 pints.
Okay. So we had a liter, and then we're like, we could go for another one. So we had a second.
They come in
liter.
liters?
Yeah.
I'm getting one.
So we had the second liter, and man, I was trashed. when the second liter was done. First liter was like a sweet spot. Yeah.
70 ounces of beer. Yeah, you should be feeling it.
Yeah.
Andrew, when you were talking about the long, like the yard
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
it,
the
like
yard
all
thing.
of us, I never even thought about it. There's a chain restaurant, which I think are all over the country called Yard House.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's one near me. Yeah.
And all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute, I bet that's where they got their name, and it is. I did a quick look up, and it's I
Really?
guess that yard. So that
Mhm.
yard glass is what they
Yep.
would hand the stagecoach drivers when they came back in merry old England, and so that's where they
Interesting.
got their name. And it was like all of a sudden, like,
It all
Jimbo, you ready?
When I went
clicks.
to,
Click,
I
click,
think,
click,
right?
yeah.
You got me
Jimbo.
thinking.
They're tricky to drink
up?
out of too because it's like a long slope and the bottom's like a
Yep.
ball.
The more you know. Come
Oh,
on.
I was like, what? Yeah.
Take it past
I
a
was
certain
reading-
point, and the
reading
whole thing just
something.
goes over your
Smush.
face. Yeah,
Yes.
they're not easy to drink out of.
I've had a margarita yardstick in Vegas once. So.
Oh, I had one too.
Once.
Oh,
You
my
get like
God.
constant like rain freeze.
Yes. And I had already
Trying to
been drinking
eat,
a lot
right?
at
Yeah.
that point.
Trying to have it, yeah. It was good. It was a really long straw. They even put an upside down like beaker of hard alcohol that slowly drains into it as well. So you get like a
I think
Oh,
I remember
damn.
something like that.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
yeah. I was feeling pretty good.
That sounds like Vegas.
Going around the pool, sucking on my yardstick.
This
freeze.
place was. This one
It
was like.
cost you $3.
Yeah.
It's
This
more
one
than
was
that.
like. This one was like outdoors. Like you just walk up to it, and they had all these different flavors and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they had those all over
Yes.
Vegas.
Yeah.
with,
you-
with like the slushy machine going.
yeah, it's like the
Yeah,
ultimate adult drink. You
Yeah.
know.
I want the
would
blue
do
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mountain Dew flavor. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would feel like
Yeah.
a severe headache. I couldn't do that.
Yes.
But you know what? If Vegas is like the desert, so maybe you need something like that while you're walking around the pool.
Not only like it, but
area.
it is it.
Yeah.
It's like exactly like the desert. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
It's more than like
Remarkably
it.
similar.
It
Not
is
only it's
it.
like it, it is it.
It is. Well, California, I've heard, is like a desert. You know,
It is a
with, like-
desert.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
We import our
That's
water.
Hey,
Yeah,
steal
you
it all
steal
from us
it.
Northern
We
California.
That's
steal it,
right.
We steal
Water
it from everywhere we
stealers.
What are you
can.
fucking talking about? You guys are stealing it from us.
Yeah, would you make more already?
Yeah.
Send it our way.
I'm
I
working
can
on a
barely
mock.
water my grass only Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew.
I remember that Mock was having like a drunken rant. You know, and that never happens with Mock.
No.
Oh,
Where
never.
he's like the fucking water restrictor on the shower head.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to fucking take the
right.
shower head apart because this is bullshit. If I want to waste a bunch
Stop
of water,
it.
I'm going
I
to
think
waste a bunch of water. I'm like,
My
yeah,
goddamn
fucker, that's all
shower.
my water coming
Yeah.
down to your house.
Right? Yeah. Taking from Hetch
Mock was
and-
in Mock was in good
Anyone
form
in-
last Tuesday too.
Oh,
Okay,
but it
anyone in
was-
California, I will send you a good waterhead up here in Canada where
Yeah.
we don't have
I'll
that restriction
Pop
thing.
that restrict. No, I
Yeah.
have a
Gabby's shower is
Yeah.
like
Is amazing.
Oh, that's
Water
surprising.
fall in my
You were
face.
talking about her.
It's
shower.
like-
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
It's like
So you-
whoosh.
so
Yes.
Gabby's shower
I
was
said-
fine.
because y'all are real careless with our water. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
I know, right?
No,
You're
Seabar, do
welcome.
not
You're
send them any.
welcome.
They don't need any
No.
encouragement for wasting
It's
our
like
water.
everyone has grass yards and they're super
Yeah.
lush green. I'm like, you fuckers, you're taking all of our water.
I
to do that.
don't
My
know.
water
My
bill's
grass has
all
been dead
high.
up here for 2 years.
Right?
Come on
Yep.
now.
Yeah,
I
here
got
too. We've all
$100
gone to like the
I'm in
non-lawn
northern-
things.
I'm in the north. I'm north. There's no desert here, and my lawn's been dead for 2 years. Cause
Don't worry,
don't water
Seabart.
it?
Mine is dead in the front.
Get off
Oh,
my
it's
dead
part-
lawn.
that,
Ah, nice.
part of it.
Overextending my shower.
Sod
Well,
my
nice.
lawn.
I
Very
will
nice,
use
Jim.
that
I'll
water.
tell you what. I'm gonna
I,
finish.
I was thinking of Denver when I bought this.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It came
D for
no,
drink.
Yeah.
Budweiser logo.
it's-
Got it.
no, it's a Denver Broncos hat. It came
But on
free
the
in a case
side,
of
that's a
Budweiser.
Budweiser logo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
came free with Budweiser.
It was at the bottom. It's like a cereal
It
prize.
came with the
Yeah.
case.
Because that Seabart, that's
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's your beer of choice, right? Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Seems like that's what you always have.
Budweiser.
It's imported.
It might be.
Yep. There you go.
So I'll tell you what. For all you water people, I'll finish drinking this beer, and I'm gonna climb up the mountain. And I'm gonna take a piss in
He's
the
gonna top
Colorado
us.
River.
He's gonna top
Yeah,
our
you can
shower
enjoy
bill.
that shower.
Yes.
Oh, but
Oh,
it
well.
evaporates,
Be nice
it'll
and
take
warm.
your piss out of it.
Yep.
And you'll get the water out of it.
Nice and warm.
Just
Hey,
chill
I
it
can
all.
taste the bubbles.
Yeah.
Is that American
Wait,
Pie?
no, I can't. Yeah, American Pie 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can taste the bubbles. Wait,
Oh,
no,
I
I
can taste the
can't.
Hmm.
No, I can't.
well, you see, that's the thing. You know what, Carrie? Over here, in most of LA, if you have your water running,
warm.
or if they see it wasting anywhere, you get fined.
I got peed on.
Oh,
Good.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It's
So
good.
you
Excellent.
you can't wash your car, like run the hose and rinse your car off, or even water your lawn within certain hours or certain days, because then you'll get fined by the city. So I don't water my grass, but I will take like a 45-minute shower. I just that's my thing. I don't mind. But there are water restrictions, especially here. It's severe. It's really bad because they have people just driving around and they'll give you a ticket on site. Leave it on your door. If they see
Yeah.
water down your driveway between certain hours and it's wet,
Yeah.
you got a ticket.
Yeah, we had the same thing, and you can only water every other
a
day.
little bit
or
worried
every
there,
Oh dear
Mondays
God.
and
Oh
Tuesdays.
yeah.
Oh boy.
I
Cute.
might have been a little bit terrified of that.
My
No,
pooper's
you
about to
know
get
what?
wrecked. That's what-
You definitely.
Those aren't
but-
pillows.
34. You
Yes.
look 34. You look horrified in that photo.
No,
I
I
caught
thought,
that in the last second too. It was great.
Yes.
yeah. No, I thought that I grabbed you, like, get over here, take
You
a
did.
picture with us. Oh, I
You
did.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was all smiles until the last second. I was like,
It's where you grabbed.
yeah. Oh,
No, he's tall. I wasn't anywhere.
it was like mid calf.
All right, Leo isn't
That's
with
right, I
us.
am a
So
lot
I'll try to
taller.
pop him in here with us for
There
a
you
brief
go.
moment.
Oh,
Aw,
And
cute.
with my exaggerated facial expression.
I love those faces.
I'm like,
Jack.
I'm
If you
drinking.
do it all the time, is it really exaggerated?
Gak, you made that same look that one night at
Right.
Geekers.
All right, here we go.
My favorite one is of me and Mock over at Slick Nicks, which
With the hair.
oh yes, I did that.
Oh yeah,
I did that. I love it. I'm gonna
He's
put
not
that
even
on a
here to-
shirt. He's like gone. Oh yeah.
That's when we had the
Make poop.
Dig Dug beer.
Okay.
That's a
I
cute
have it right
photo.
here unopened. That was when we were doing the video.
Yep, Dig Dug beer. Yep.
Yes, hold on. I got some too. Well, I got me and Vanny holding. She's holding a chocolate martini.
Here's one that
Well, hold up. We'll
this said
present you in a
Slick
second.
Nicks.
Yep.
Oh yes, yes.
We're all about to
Get the rules.
start the night.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I can't get
was
it to
it?
focus.
I thought we were eating. Maybe no, maybe.
That
That was
is in
where-
focus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It just will not focus. Sorry.
Eating appetizers. With the little pierogi thingies.
Should have had Vanny on here. Oh, I got one of Leo. Even though he's not on here.
Well, hold up, Gabby. Let me present you in a second.
Oh,
We're presenting Gak right now, so he can go through photos.
had
Yeah.
no idea. Don't present me yet.
Yeah,
that's
if
what the
it
angle I
wants to
saw.
focus.
I'm
Tilt
pouring
it.
beer.
See,
You gotta
you're totally,
And I'm like,
you're totally
90
a ghost.
degrees to the
Yeah.
east-west.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're featureless.
He's
wow.
he's the question.
I cannot get that one to focus.
Tilt it up to down.
I tried both ways.
Yeah, it's not working then.
Nope. No
Your,
luck with
your
this.
camera hates me.
He wasn't there.
That's this jacket, though.
Oh,
so
there we
there you
go.
go.
There.
How's that line? We are
I
anonymous.
love that jacket.
That's right,
Andrew.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's my Patagucci.
Well, some intermission music while Gak prepares the next one.
Oh, nice.
So, this show is unscripted.
All the everything else I have is kind of like video or beer pictures, so I don't think it's won't quite work out.
So, as more proof to our audience, we are unscripted because if a scripted show was doing this, Gak would have sent the photos and said, "Hey,
Yes.
here we go to the computer and
exactly.
you can post them."
Yeah.
So we are unscripted.
In our show notes and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah,
think
I got
that's
the,
a good
I got the
thing.
show notes
Or a bad
there
thing.
and there.
Is
and
there
there.
an argument out there that we are scripted?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who would
there has been
get that
asked.
in their head?
Yeah.
What a horrible script.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking writers, they're fired.
Yes.
Wow, such natural chemistry.
Yeah, Mock, you got any speaking of like show notes, you got any like arcade news for us tonight?
I do actually. Have a bunch,
Oh,
but I-
all right.
But I was
Actually,
I don't know if I should
wheels.
save save it for next week.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go.
Well, actually, real quick, because it's actually only appropriate for today, but today is March. Holy shit.
What the hell
March
is that?
shit is
One of
everybody
your
falling
dogs get
down
in
on
there?
my desk.
Today is something fell off the wall onto the desk,
No.
onto the floor,
Wow.
and this
It's
time
my-
it wasn't 34.
It's my scrap wood pile just decided to fall the fuck over. I mean,
You
it
have a
just hit the
ghost.
floor. No big. There's just
Poltergeist.
poltergeist.
Yeah.
Anyway, today is
Normally
March.
that's you.
What?
March
What?
10th.
Today is
10th.
March the 10th, which is Mario for Mario. So it is
Mario.
Day.
Mario.
Mario. Said it right the
Canadian
first
friend.
time.
Me,
And the
Yeah.
Mario.
So yeah, so Nintendo's doing a bunch of sales and stuff like that on some of their games on the Switch and things like that for any of you arcade or Switch owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's
That was my news.
and
Ding.
That occurred to me. So my oldest son, he turned 20 yesterday. So a year from
Wow.
today, I can send his ass out to buy me some beer.
Oh,
yeah.
Right?
The other one's
Yeah.
off to college, so you can't.
Yeah.
That's the
You-
one. That's the one. He's in college. Yeah.
You bring me my beer. Bring
Yes.
forth the treehouse.
No.
Release the
Take care of your
Kraken.
dad. Give me something.
Oh, the crack of the whip.
And you can also get him to stand in line this time while you're out doing something.
Oh, good
else.
point. They do.
That's
They
a
do
good
cam.
idea.
He's up
There
in
you
Reno.
go.
They do cam releases there every once in a
There
while.
you
So
go.
I'll
I
make
do-
him
I
go
w-
buy me.
I do want to bring this one news item up just because it might not be relevant next week. That New Wave Toys is running a big sale on all its retro 12-inch games. You know, like the Street Fighter that Jimbo really
Loves.
wanted, but he forgot to buy.
I'm pretty sure he
Nice.
endorses it. It's
And
like
Oh,
the-
totally. Yeah.
I think it's.
You should
I think.
just send him one for free.
I think it's everything but the Dragon's Lair is for sale for $99. So if you want the Centipede or the Asteroids,
there
or
was
Street Fighter,
a
whatever.
a seller that had the Street Fighter for $90. They actually had a 10% off on top of that.
Yeah,
all right, I'll see you guys
there.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you posted, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I posted.
So there's
that
that.
precise sound bit.
But the Centipede's still sold out, right?
I think so.
I
I think it's just what they have in stock.
Yeah.
Maybe just check the site and see if it's available. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought I did see somewhere where it popped up again.
Not like I'm playing the Tempest at all, other than like 30
No, I'm
seconds.
not. Yeah, I'm not. I show it to people, and I put it on the cocktail for people to play with. And there's people in the room, but
It'll
in
be
the
my
bathroom.
it'll be my
the
85.
bathroom.
Yeah, right by the
When I'm done
toilet.
setting it up right, it's gonna be my $85 topper on the machine.
Ploosh. Whoops. Well, it's better than my cell phone, I guess. Yeah.
I did want to talk about something while Carrie was here that I thought was really neat. Everybody, you guys remember Arcade Jason?
Yeah.
Of course.
Where he was on our
Oh, yes.
show. He has created a board that connects into any black and white vector, like even a Vectrex or a Asteroids, whatever, and it adds color to the different pieces and things of it.
Any
Carrie-
Vectrex games
So-
like Armor Attack?
Yeah,
I-
any of the black and white one.
If-
Yes.
correct, me if
Oh,
correct me if
wow.
I'm wrong, Mock, but I think on the Vectrex it works as is, but on arcade machines you actually need a color monitor.
You do. No, I think
can
both
use
you
the
need
black and white
both of them you
board.
need a color monitor.
Yeah, I say
So-
the Vectrex has a black and white monitor, so there's
So
only
no,
one
you
on
do
there.
still need to use a color
one.
monitor.
so you
so
have to
it's
have
for
some
people-
modified monitor for
So you just got to
Vectrex
open up
also.
your Vectrex. Well, you got to do that anyway to put the board in. But then you plug it in instead of using the Vectrex, you can plug it into a regular TV, a color vector
arcade
TV.
monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So I
vector
put a
monitor.
link
Like a pl-
in the
so I can
chat.
plug,
so
I can
Carrie
plug my
can check it
Vectrex
out.
into.
Yeah, I
like,
saw. Actually, I
like
saw that on
Tempest
his
or whatever.
Facebook page.
Mhm.
Oh, you did.
Or
Okay.
yeah, I did. Or either he posted it or it was on his page or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you put it in
In
the.
the- in
he and I are
video-
Facebook friends. He and I go way back.
If
Yeah.
you,
Um,
if you
Like me and like 1,000 other people.
So if you jump to 5 minutes and 30 seconds, you can see Vectrex Berserk running, where they programmed the
wow.
walls blue, the guy green,
Yeah, it looks
the
great.
robots
I saw that.
are different colors depending,
Oh,
and the ball
fun.
is yellow and all that. So I thought that was pretty amazing that it's all it's like you see what Vectrex could have been, you know, like if they,
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
wanted to take it
If it had
that
been a color
far.
XY, yeah.
In color, like I
Yeah.
love Lucy in color.
Yeah, colorized Vectrex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, well, I have a few Vectrex games, and including the Vectrex are the little game.
Multi thing.
Yes, but so you don't just plug it in like to armor attack or
Well, it can't.
Starcast.
You have to have a
No,
color
right? You
vector
have.
monitor.
Oh no. Okay.
You'd have to have like a 6100, I assume, probably be the
Yeah.
standard one, right?
Yeah.
And then you can
Okay.
plug a Vectrex into a 6100, maybe an Amplifone, maybe a GOA. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't even
But
know how that works.
Either way, but yeah, you'd have to have a color XY monitor, and then you
Yes.
can plug Vectrex into that, which is still super
Oh.
awesome. However,
No, yes, it is. But
you'd have to have a spare $600 or $800 monitor laying around.
Yeah.
I
Plug
have one
into
right
your
here
Vectrex.
somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
However, it would be pretty awesome to take that little, what is that, 8-inch screen and blow that up to at least 19. Or hey, if
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
the real money, you could have a 25-inch Amplifone.
Yeah,
That'd be
it was pretty
sweet.
neat to see though on his. On his
Yeah.
Yeah.
check out his
Yeah.
channel, you guys, on Arcade Jason, and check out the color vector. So I'm gonna save the rest of the news items for next week because it's kind of getting late and I'm kind of
Yeah.
tired. So
Yeah. I have to stand kind of fading.
Yeah.
so
I wasn't even
Still
partying this
recovering
weekend,
from
and I'm
last
like,
weekend. Yes.
yeah. You guys,
true,
Like,
you
on
you
guys,
guys partied hard.
On a Grink Fest weekend, it's like, no, Tuesday, nope, we take it the next Tuesday out.
We didn't party that hard, Carrie. Those, what are those strings, Gak?
The Never Too Hungover.
Oh, never too hungover.
The red and white?
Yeah, drink aids.
Drinkade.
Drink aid. Yeah. that's what
Drinkade.
it said.
Drink aid. Yeah.
That saved my ass, like
Oh, good.
partially on a Friday to Saturday. I should have had
Good.
two, but yes, really good. And then Saturday to Sunday, I didn't, and I could feel it. I was just like, oh. And
Yep.
then Monday came around. I was like, okay, I kind of know what it's like to.
It was. I'll admit it was a little rough driving 6 hours home on Sunday, but not too
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Not too bad.
I'm so glad you guys all made it home. And
Well, luckily I
stayed.
had such a late flight on Sunday, so I didn't take off from San Diego until I think it was 8:30 or 8:45, something like that.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great.
So like
No, that
we
was
took
really
our
good
time,
timing. Yeah.
getting back down to San Diego, and then Mock and I hung out. We got some delicious
Nice.
barbecue.
Oh yeah, I
And,
took Andrew to what's that called? Not Phil's.
Yeah,
It was Phil's barbecue.
Phil sounds
Right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Phil's
there's one
barbecue.
that's right over by your work, right? That's a Phil's.
Yeah, that one. I think it
Yeah.
was Phil's, but yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, super good. Like just got some good protein on board, and yeah.
I knew you liked it because Andrew ate every single
Yeah.
bit.
Damn right.
That's awesome.
And I
Good
think
sign.
Leo wound up staying a couple more nights. He had
Yeah.
planned to see a couple.
I wish that's what
comedy
I was
club
hoping
stuff.
he would be on here because I had mentioned to him like, yeah, I'll go to the show with you, but I couldn't. I
Oh,
couldn't
actually, I think
Yeah.
Leo tonight is at the comedy club.
Oh, it could be. He's
Oh.
still
Yeah,
there.
because I thought he was
Right?
staying until.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like
Wednesday.
I know he was there Sunday night, Monday night, but I didn't know about Tuesday.
He went to
well,
the comedy last night.
Okay, it was last night. Okay,
Last
so I
night.
guess it was Sunday. He went to the submission tournament, and then he went to was it Laugh Factory? What's the comedy club down there?
Laugh Factory, yeah, the Polly Shore.
Comedy store.
Oh, Comedy
The
Store.
Comedy
yeah.
Store, yes.
Comedy Store. Yep. So that must have been last night. So maybe tonight he's just getting in.
Yeah,
Or-
like
Yeah.
traveling.
Wow.
Last night,
Exhausted. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
all out. No, it's good. That's the way you should do it. Go hard and then sleep at home when you got nothing
For
to
sure.
do.
I
There you
would
go.
have super enjoyed going to both the things he was going to. That would have been a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I do
Yeah,
have
it's
one
fun.
thing to ask you, Mock. Did you show your wife your bottle I got you? The both of you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, I haven't yet. No, I haven't seen her.
Oh,
She's
that's
been
right.
dealing with her mom and stuff. So
Oh no.
yeah, I've hardly seen her. Yeah,
Oh,
so it's sitting on the bar though.
Yeah. So she
So-
got you a maker's mark, and it says Mock
The
Magic Man right on it. Yeah, yeah.
on the label. Like
Makers-
you print-
Maker's
whiskey.
Mock.
So you made the label?
Yes, I got
Yeah,
them. I got the label custom ordered too. to stick on. You can see it. Mock. Well, I think
I
you
didn't-
guys.
oh, I
I
didn't
showed
know
you.
It
was,
looks
like,
pretty
custom.
legit though. It does. It looks
Yes,
like
Yeah,
you
I'll
stick
go
it
get it.
right
Yeah, grab it
over.
because I don't think I thought
it's
you
like
saw
the font looks the same and everything.
You guys were
It's-
too drunk to
Wow.
remember. No.
Yeah.
I just
She got it for him for his birthday, right? I mean, you
Well,
knew his
for
birthday
his-
was going up.
Yes, for his birthday, and plus I knew it was he's been having a hard time.
All right, Mark, let's see the label.
There it is.
The Maker's Mark, and then it says Mock the
Oh,
Magic Man.
nice.
Oh,
Beauty.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you turn it, you
Dum,
can
dum,
see how it
dum, dum.
over.
Fuck Wednesday.
Get
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Devo hat.
Oh, if you see it from the side, you can see the label is a little smaller. Yeah.
Overlapped. Yeah, it's overlapped a little. See,
Yeah,
you can
that's-
totally
It's like
see
an
it.
inch on each side. Or,
So that's
yeah,
awesome.
No, that's awesome. though.
That's
Yeah.
I thought you
great.
just wrote on it.
I do. I have amazing penmanship. That's what I did.
yeah.
Yeah, so thank you again for that birthday
Oh,
gift.
no worries.
Yeah.
And then Andrew, you forgot all your micheladas.
Oh, I did forget the micheladas.
Me,
And I left Gak's beer at Nick's house.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe Vonnie.
Nick put it in his refrigerator. Yeah.
yeah, Bonnie will enjoy
Bonnie
it.
will drink it.
I was
Yeah.
looking for it when we got here. I'm like, God, what the?
Mark,
Maybe Keith
Mark,
has
I'll
it.
admit I was being a little bit selfish when I was sharing beers with you. I was like, all right, anybody want some beers before I head out? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, you can have this one and this one and this one. And you're like, what are those ones? I'm like, oh, I'm going to take those. Those are the treehouse ones. I'm like, I got to have the treehouse ones.
I'll take whatever you
Take
want to
it
go.
out.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, I
you know
gave
what?
you like 10 beers or something, but now they're
Yeah,
there.
I'm bummed. That's-
Yeah,
So
Gak,
bummed.
this macaroni necklace.
Yeah. So that's
Is that
some
what it
slice
is?
here near me. Yeah.
This
The
is
head brewer from Moonraker. That's his brewery. Yeah.
this is amazing.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah.
Very good. I just popped open the Make It Pop,
Oh boy.
which I will try it, but the flavor on this is just
Yeah. The make it pasta West Coast style, so it's kind of it's different. You know, it's like traditional West Coast IPA. But yeah.
Oh, don't know. This one's really good though.
Mhm.
All right,
I'm-
it's gone, but
I'm gonna call it a
macaroni
night, you guys.
necklace.
I have to get up early.
It's
Yeah.
probably a good
Yeah.
time to do this.
It's good.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, what episode number was this?
209.
209. All right. And I saw Orange Rip updated a few on the iTunes, so we're only like 4 months behind now instead of 5 months behind on the
To
iTunes. so-
all those who were asking in mainly our Facebook channel, he is working on it. He's a busy man,
yeah,
but he now has a
I think he
Now
put
it's a
out like
computer-
4 or 5 video or things today.
yeah.
Something
So
like
he
that, yeah.
when he's working, he's also uploading. He has a computer designated for that at the arcade, at the barcade. That's going to be doing with the uploads and making everything look nice and pretty, just so you don't have to look at just us in the intro.
We don't
But
mind.
he is working on it. And
Because we have the perfect faces for radio, right?
I
See,
know.
Mark?
Exactly.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah. I represent it.
Nice.
I didn't break that toilet. That was all you, buddy.
Oh,
Yes.
He's
No,
still picking
radio
drinkers.
voices are
No, you're the. I did not plug a toilet with urine. I'm sorry, not possible.
Okay, so it was whoever was in
Some thick
307. Either someone in
Whatever,
307
whoever it
or
was,
whatever, someone.
Was
wasn't
that
me.
sneaky upper decker that Mock left?
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some hazy urine before, but that would be like some straight up like mud coming out of my.
Oh,
If you have
God.
hazy
Yeah,
urine,
that'd be a
I recommend-
quadruple IPA.
I would recommend talking to a doctor if you have hazy urine.
You're
There
putting
might be
piss.
something inside.
Put in chunks.
All right, what a great way to end the show. Woohoo!
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey, it's off,
All
Jimbo.
right, till next week.
we'll see you next week.
Woohoo!
Thank you, everyone, for watching this shit show.
Watch out, choo choo.